and is highlighted today by the Zoom's STEM Design Challenge. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, proudly serving the community for over 165 years. Everyone at Washburn-McCreevy is proud to support head coach P.J. Fleck and the Golden Gophers this football season. Since 1857, Washburn-McCreevy has put a focus on life. Let them help you design your healing experience. Gather, remember, and rejoice. Visit washburnmccreevy.com.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music. While you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call. Because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
Ask the McGuire Agency in Roseville if auto owners make sense for you.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Welcome back to the Golden Gopher pregame show. Here we are in Berkeley, California. Great non-conference matchup, the Golden Bears and the Golden Gophers. Time to hear from head coach P.J. Fleck. Brought to you by Midwest Steel. Looking to save this fall? Steel has instant savings on select power tools and even free battery offers on popular sets. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online. These fall savings won't last long. Beautiful night for football, Coach. Great setting, and now all you need to do is go win the football game.
You got two golden teams, Bears and the Gophers.
The gold out.
I feel like we're out here an awful lot, to be honest with you, on this West Coast over the years here being at Minnesota. But had a great week of preparation. I thought our guys absolutely did everything they possibly could with the schedule we put in for them and did everything we could to get their bodies ready to play tonight. Just excited to get this thing kicked off. It's been a long preparation process for coaches and players. And now we're just ready to go.
You've had some success winning games out west, and it's not an easy thing to do for teams from time zones away heading out there. You mentioned some of the sleep things and some of the different things. What has been a key to winning games? And like you always say, nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing's guaranteed. I mean, our first half against UCLA was some of the worst football I've seen being the head coach at Minnesota. And I thought we had a great week of preparation. So you never know what you're really going to get. Jim Tressel said that to me a long time ago. I said, why do you coach college football? He's like, well, you just never know what you're going to get. And we completely turned our schedule upside down. We practiced at night. We had to keep their bodies up about till midnight, 12:30, just because on our bodies, this game's going to last through 1 a.m., right? So we had to adjust their bodies to that. And we have a bunch of scientists and doctors and teachers on campus that do all this stuff. And there's a whole off-season project for us. It was all about how can we start faster than we did against UCLA and the next time we had to go out west. So this is what we came up with, and I think it's a really good plan. I thought our guys followed it to a T. It doesn't promise you anything, as I always say, but it gives you a better chance. And if you can stack chances on top of each other, you got a better chance of winning. So other than that, you got to go out there and play really good football.
Yeah, when you think about the margin of error in college sports, right, a win and a loss is a play or two. Here, if you're 1% better because of all the work you put into it this week to get ready, that could be the difference in winning and losing.
It really is. I mean, the margin for error is so small, as you said. It's a zero-sum game. Somebody wins, somebody loses, right? And I'm just really proud of our players, the commitment level they've had, the buy-in they've had, the connectivity they've had. This is a really fun team to coach, win or lose. Like, they really are. And, we know we have a big job to do. We know how good Cal is. It's a great challenge for us. And it's the first Power 4 team we're playing this year. So then we kind of hit this game, and you got 9 straight after that. So it's a lot of fun. Great week of preparation. Look forward to kicking it off.
Let's talk about this California team. They're led by a true freshman quarterback who's had an interesting journey, initially committed to Cal, then actually attended Oregon for a minute, and then said, I like Cal, and back at Cal, and he's had a couple of good weeks. In fact, he's getting some national hype all of a sudden, and what do you got to do to try to control that young man?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good player. To be a true freshman and to have the composure and poise and confidence that he's playing with, it's very rare. You could see that, why he was highly recruited out of high school. He can run. He's got really good feet. He's really tough in the pocket. He's a very accurate thrower, whether that's the deep ball or intermediate or short throws. and you could just tell he's got the command of the team. So he's a very good football player. It's a big challenge for us tonight. We got to do a really good job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him outside that. He's really good on the run, and he's really good at creating. So get him to 3rd and longs, hopefully, and hopefully get our defense off the field.
And your quarterback's been good so far as well. 3 touchdown passes in 2 games, over 450 yards passing combined in those 2 games. What do you think of Drake Lindsey up to this point?
Yeah, I think that, there's not a ton of data just for the first 2 games, game and a half, really, game and a quarter, really, however you want to call it. But I think, Drake's everything we know he is. I think he's proven that in games. It's a journey. He is a redshirt freshman, just like they have a true freshman over there. There's going to be some highs. There's going to be some lows. There's going to be some ups and downs. Every time he does something that maybe he's, touching the stove where he shouldn't do, he did it for the first time, and he'll learn and grow from that. Same thing when he has success. He's going to continue to build on that success with confidence and really continue to mold into the quarterback that he wants to be. But he's such a good leader. He's in command of our offense. The guys absolutely love him. They play so hard for him, and he's such an accurate passer that everybody's got to be ready, and I think that's where everybody's involved. Tight ends, running backs, wideouts, everybody's involved. It's not just, hey, we're throwing the ball to Daniel Jackson. Everybody can catch passes, and you might catch 14 one week, you might catch none the next week. It just depends how it gets distributed. But I really like how him and Coach Harbaugh have come together and really revamped this offense and made it even better.
Can you give us an update on Darius Taylor?
Yeah, we have a really deep running back room, and whether Darius can go or not, he's kind of in that day-to-day category right now, and whether he can go or not, it's going to be up to our medical team, but I really like the running backs behind him. I think everybody got a chance to see those guys, 4 backs, play behind Darius last week, and these are guys that have played Power 4 football at a high level with Cam at Washington. AJ was the yards per carry leading rusher in the country last year at Marshall. Femme was hurt last year and looks really, really good right now for us. We got 3 really good backs with tons of experience that, I trust wholeheartedly. And we got a really good offensive line. So we're always going to have to be balanced. We're always going to have to run the football with our play action pass. But he'll be good here soon.
This is game number 100 for you here at Minnesota. And, not that it's any different than 99 or 101. Or what have you, but 100's a nice benchmark. I guess it's a general question. To last 100 games means you're doing something pretty gosh darn good, right? And so here you are, game 100. What's your just general impressions 100 games into your career, 9 years now at Minnesota?
Cultural sustainability, good players, good staff. That's the only way you survive in this business, to get to 100 games. And that's not necessarily an accomplishment, but it does show the cultural sustainability of our programs where it needs to be, and continually striving forward to change our best and continue to build this into a winner on and off the field in a lot of different ways. And as the college football continues to change the landscape, be involved in all those conversations. So, it's an honor to be the head football coach here. I've always said that it's an honor to be head coach in the Big Ten, and I get to live my dream every single day. But I've got an amazing staff, and over the years, and amazing staff this year. And we're only worried about being 1-0, but it's pretty amazing when you talk about 100 games, and a lot of coaches never get a chance to see 100 games. So it truly is an honor and a blessing, and just want to be 1-0 today.
1-0 in game 100.
You got it. That'd be great.
All right, very good. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Row the boat, Sky, my Gophers.
All right, there he is, the head coach of the Golden Gophers, P.J. Fleck. Kickoff is coming up. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield. Gopher football returns to Huntington Bank Stadium on Saturday, September 27th for a Maroon Out. Wear maroon and back the Gophers against Rutgers. Get your tickets now at gophersports.com.
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul. But who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to americanexperiment.org to learn more.
Whether you're
cleaning up to host a backyard game day party, or just powering through your fall projects, you can count on the performance of Steel. From blowers to chainsaws, Steel tools are built to go the distance. With legendary quality and real dealer support, you'll find the right tool and the right team for every job. Steel, proud sponsor of your Golden Gophers.
Behind every championship culture is a commitment to excellence on the field, in the classroom, and throughout the community. The Elite Fund powers that commitment by giving Coach PJ Fleck the resources to invest where it matters most, our student athletes. From nutrition to leadership development to game day preparation, your support makes a real impact. To support the Elite Fund, connect with the Golden Gopher Fund team at ggf@umn.edu.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
The Gophers play here.
And it is a sack!
This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Top the Tater may have started as the ultimate baked potato topping, but with new flavors like Zesty Buffalo, Taco Fiesta, and Bacon Chive Onion, it's really just a mouth-watering tub of deliciousness. Top the Tater is made right here in Minnesota, with fresh sour cream, artfully blended with chives, onions, and our proprietary blend of seasonings. Pair it with your favorite chips for the ultimate game day snack.
Gopher fans know it takes experience and toughness to win the big games. The same is true in a court of law. That's why you want the Know Your Rights personal injury lawyers at Sieben Carey on your team. Sieben Carey's award-winning attorneys and top-level staff have earned Minnesota's best law firm ranking from U.S. News every year since 2010. If you are hurt on the road, at work, or anywhere else, visit Sieben Carey at knowyourrights.com. Sieben Carey, accident lawyers who win.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Club for details.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources, Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Ordway Center, celebrating 25 years of supporting the Flint Hills Family Festival. Learn more at PineBendRefinery.com.
This has been the Gopher pregame show presented by Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics. Gopher football is also brought to you by M Health Fairview, official healthcare provider of Gopher Athletics and home to the #1 ranked hospital in the Twin Cities. Securian Financial, insurance and retirement solutions for individuals, families, and businesses. And by Minnesota Lottery. Are you game? Just say, I'm in. Get ready. Minnesota Golden Gopher football is next on the Sports Network from Learfield.
A pair of freshman quarterbacks are leading their teams today here in Berkeley, California. Golden Bears' true freshman quarterback, Jaron Kiabe Sangapolatele, is getting a lot of hype. He's had 2 incredible games so far, drawing comparisons to Michael Penix and Tua Tagovailoa, all talented lefties. Flying under the radar, though, is Gopher redshirt freshman quarterback Drake Lindsey. He's thrown for 429 yards and 3 touchdowns in 2 games so far. Both have been victories, and today is a big test. and it's also Lindsey's first ever road game as a starter. Does that change his approach?
No, I think the process is the process. You just gotta, watch the same amount of tape you do, be with your guys, go through the same thing, because every week's the same. It's just different defenses, different things you gotta lean on, different people. So no, it's the same for me though. It's just another game.
Last week, Lindsey didn't even play a full half in that 66-0 blitz of Northwestern State. See to throw, plenty of time. He's going home run ball. Javon Tracy's out there. Touchdown! He caught it in the end zone. That ball traveled over 50 yards in the air, and Lindsey has put Minnesota over 40 in the first half. It's 41-0. Javon Tracy on the catch, his first TD of the year. And Lindsey says there was great value to that game, believe it or not.
Yeah, it was great reps. I think every single time you get in the game and get those reps, you can't do anything but keep getting better. And game reps are the best reps.
But now the competition level picks up with the Cal Golden Bears and a great defense.
They've been in the system for 9 years. The head coach is really, really good. He's been there for a while now, obviously 9 years. So I think they have everything's rooted in, kind of like us. Flex on year 9. So I think when you have that sustainability and culture, you're able to build things around that guy and able to do different things. So I think that's a big reason.
For the second time in 3 games, the Golden Gophers are playing at a Gold Out. Yes, the Cal Golden Bears have welcomed the Golden Gophers to Memorial Stadium, and it is Gold Out Saturday night. Will Drake Lindsey in Minnesota feel right at home? We'll stick around to find out. Kickoff is on the way. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
It's a long football season. As a fan, it takes dedication, it takes commitment, it takes sacrifice, it takes 100%. We wouldn't ask you to give anything less since Cheez-It is made with 100% real cheese. Football is here and we 100% want and need the cheesy, crunchy snack that keeps us coming back for more. Grab your friends and go after what you really want. A box of crackers, the perfect snack while you cheer on your favorite team. Want it, need it, Cheez-It.
Spring cleaning is as easy as buy, fill, gone. With a Bagster bag from Waste Management. Clear the clutter and ditch your debris. Bagster bags are the flexible option for big cleanups, and we mean flexible. The Bagster folds neatly when not in use, yet holds 3,000 pounds of waste and debris. Buy from a retailer today, fill it, and easily schedule pickup when your projects are complete. To learn more, visit thebagster.com.
Let's go, locked in mentally. This is why you came here, and that's perfection. Keep nothing behind.
It's time for Minnesota Golden Gopher football on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield.
Focus is us. It's about the Gophers.
Working toward the end zone, it is intercepted. Play action, blitz comes, picked up, throwing to the corner of the end zone. Does he have it? Yeah! Touchdown! How about the Gophers? On the straight drop, the blitz does come, and he is sacked. It's a quick hitting pass, intercepted at the 30. It's a homecoming pick 6.
Gopher football is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, proud sponsors of Gopher Athletics. Toyota, let's go places. True Stone Financial, your neighborhood credit union. It's true. And by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota and Coop Health. Simplify your coverage with the latest plan from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota. Designed by Coop Health, proud sponsor of Gopher football. Here we go! Kickoff is just moments away. Now live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Gophers, Mike Grimm.
And it's time for the coin toss. The referee is Nate Black.
Represent heads, continent of Africa. We represent tails. Visiting captain, what's your call? Tails. Tails is called.
Derek LeCaptain, the Minnesota captain, calls tails.
It's heads. You won the toss. You won the ball. Which way do you want to kick? All right, white down here. People here. Cal has won the toss. Will receive. Gentlemen, good luck.
The coin toss sponsored by Huntington Bank. The Gophers are back. New year, same traditions. Get to the bank. Huntington. Huntington Bank Stadium. We're at California Memorial Stadium tonight. It's late night college football. Cal wins the toss. They want the ball, Darrell Thompson. That means this very good Golden Gopher defense. Ranked number 1 in the country, yards per game, just 96.5. Number 1 in the country, fewest passing yards in the game, 65. Number 1 in the country, first downs per game, just 5. They want that defense out there first, and the Gopher defense will try to answer.
Well, they want the offense out there first. I tell you what, they feel really, really good about their quarterback, and we're going to get a first-hand look at him right here. We've been reading about him. Every article that you gave me, Mike, that you this week had a big section on him, so he's a big-time recruit. We'll see him right here.
Jaron Kiave Songapalutella. That's the young man's name, a freshman. He reminds me really of Michael Penix, a tall lefty, has kind of a long, slow motion, but when that ball releases, it is a flick of the wrist, and it's a fastball.
Well, it's a flick of the wrist, and they also say from listening to their broadcast team, he is extremely accurate and does a really good job with his homework and being ready to play every single week. And he's only played 2 so far. He's 2-0, and people are very excited about him around the country.
Both these teams are 2-0, and now for both these teams, the level of competition, the class steps up a bit. And so we're going to find out a lot about both quarterbacks, one a redshirt freshman for Minnesota, one a true freshman for Cal.
We are going to find out a lot about us, and they'll find out a lot about themselves. Just playing better competition is always good for you, but you got to play who's in front of you each week, and this week the competition steps up a lot.
Opening kickoff presented by AVR, a McNamara company. AVR delivering concrete to the Twin Cities and beyond. Formed, poured, and ready for kickoff. Deep to return is Jacob DeJesus. He has returned 5 kicks this year, averaging 26 yards a return. And for Minnesota, Brady Denneberg, he has 14 kickoffs, 11 have been touchbacks. The Gophers will have the win to start. Not a sellout. In fact, I'd say a little bit less than half, a little bit more than half full. The student section right behind the Gopher bench opposite, pretty full. All those students with gold T-shirts. And there's also a pretty good contingent of maroon and gold here. To our right, the south east end zone has quite a few Gopher fans, and then other maroon and gold patches sprinkled about this stadium. Just beautiful south of Strawberry Canyon here in Berkeley. High end over in kick. We are underway, and it lands on the back end line, and Minnesota will be on defense first. The opening drive brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, reminding you to always wear your seatbelt, every passenger and every ride. It's now time for our starting lineups, and for the Golden Gophers up front, Anthony Smith, Devin Eastern, Jackson Howard, and Jalen Logan Redding will get the start here for Minnesota. It is a nickel defense as 2 linebackers, Baranowski and Williams, and then Kerry Brown, Coy Parrish, Aiden Gooseby, Zaquan Bryan, and John Nestor. Kendrick Raphael, the leading rusher, the running back, and it's Songa Politelove, and he has a handoff, and this is Raphael, and he is taken down at the gain of about 2. Good job by Nestor, who could have put in for Defensive Player of the Week last week, but the Gophers also had Matt Kingsbury, and neither won it, by the way, but they only played. I mean, Nestor didn't have a tackle, but he had 2 interceptions last week.
That was a great open field tackle right there. If he doesn't make that play, it's off to the races.
Kendrick Raphael, the running back. Songa Politelove waits out of the pistol, standing in his own 22. Wants to throw. Heaves it down the far sideline. Flag flies, and it's incomplete. And they're going to maybe get Nestor. Intended target was Grizel. Gopher sideline not happy about the flag, and I think they're going to get Nestor with holding here.
Pass interference. Defense, number 17. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Pretty good sell job there by Grizel. He had no chance of catching the ball, and he just made this violent motion like he got, hit on the street corner by a guy with a crowbar. And so it'll be a 15-yard penalty out to the 42. That ball was well overthrown. Tight end in motion is Mason Minnie, the Idaho transfer. Wanting to throw, and he throws it wide and incomplete. The intended target out of the backfield was Raphael Baranowski in coverage. Songa Politelove whistled that one right by his intended target. 2nd and 10 from the 42. Up front, they go Morrow and Miller at tackles. Vadikani and Spazovic Muko at the guards, and Ruffins, a Nevada transfer, at the center. Raphael, a week ago, had a career high 122 yards. He's a North Carolina State transfer at running back. Songapolatele with a handoff to Raphael. Stutter steps his way for some positive yardage across the 45 and out to about the 47-yard line of Cal. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Jackson Howard, the defensive end, LSU transfer out of Robbinsdale Cooper. He has his whole family is here in town. In fact, he said to Guardsy this week that a couple of folks he's never met in his family are at this game that live out here, and they've been in contact, but he has never met him in person, so that's kind of cool.
Well, his dad did play at Stanford, so probably not surprising he got a lot of family out this way.
Raphael, the running back, next to Songapolatele. Claps his hands, wants to throw. Looking left, pressure comes, fires, and it is bobbled and incomplete. Intended target to Jesus, and that will bring up a 4th down and 5 here for Cal. Closest man was Coy Parrish, who, of course, had a great day last year in California, down the coastal a little ways at the Rose Bowl against UCLA, had that 2-interception night, and he will now drop back to return a punt. So the Gophers commit a penalty on an interference call and then hold defensively. And for Songapolatele, he is 0 for 2 here to start this one. Parrish averaging about 10 yards of return.
Really nice job of speeding him up the last couple of plays. Devin Williamson, you see, he blitzed on the play before that, and then Coy Parrish blitzed on that last play.
Punt is away. High spiraling punt. Parrish is going to let it sail over his head. It bounces at the 2 and into the end zone. Smart play. He deked them a little bit coming out away from the end line, and it will be a touchback. And the Golden Gophers will get an opportunity now to go as they get their first chance on offense. And the quarterback we've talked about all week long is with Cal. The quarterback that Gopher fans want to play well is with the Gophers, Drake Lindsey. What a first really game in about a quarter and a half. He didn't play the second half. 429 yards, which is a pretty good number through about 5.5 quarters.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of distributing the ball and being poised in the pocket. I think he really benefited from having Max Brosmer in that leadership position last year at the quarterback.
Our starting lineup brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealer. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. A.J. Turner, the running back, lone man in the backfield, under center with a double tight end, one each side. Bierman to the left, Gears to the right. Wide side to the right, hand off to Turner. Stutter steps his way and then lowers the shoulder across the 20. I said 25, of course, on a punt into the end zone. It's to the 20. And so it's a gain of about 3. T.J. Bullers, the Wisconsin transfer, the big defensive tackle. They run a 2-4-5 base, which is a lot like a 4-2-5, which is what Minnesota runs. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7. Bowlers and Kia Naaya, the tackles. Bush and McCullough are the inside linebackers. Farrelly and Olawave normally there, but instead it'll be Taggart at the other linebacker. Cam Davis now in on 2nd and 7 at running back, under center, and Lindsey wants to throw. The blitz comes, it's picked up, fires, it's caught. That is the tight end, Bibbard. He's got a nice first down, cartwheeling across the 40. In fact, they spot him right at the 40. The stop made by Isaiah Crosby, the strong safety, a junior college transfer. Aiden Monify, the other safety. Sidney, he's the nickel. Massis with 2 interceptions, and Brett Austin. Those are the other starters. Gophers want to hustle up here. NASCAR pace, low snap, handoff. Cam Davis, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage and smothered, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10, and that is Aiden Kayanaaya. He is out of Brighton, Colorado, a Notre Dame transfer, and he stuffed the hole there. Those 2 big defensive tackles. Bowlers was a linebacker at Wisconsin, and now he's beefed up to 305 pounds. He's out of Iowa, Tiffin, Iowa, same high school as Ashton Kutcher, and he's now become a pretty effective big man there.
That's a lot of weight to put on that quick. I tell you, Cam Davis did a really nice job with the blitz pickup on that when we picked up that first down.
The throw to Drew Bibber, the Purdue transfer. 2nd and 10, handoff to Davis, and slow foots it out to the line of scrimmage and then lowers the shoulder and the pad level for a gain of about 3 to the 43. It'll bring up a 3rd and long. The Gophers have been pretty good offensively on 3rd down, 50%, 11 of 22. Cal defensively really good as well, 6 of 25, allowing just 24%. They will bring in a couple of subs for this passing down. Third and 7 from their own 43. No score in the first quarter, 3.5 minutes in. Ijiboy now the running back. receivers bunched to the left. Drake Lindsey's 1 for 1. Play clock down to 8. Wide side to the left. That's the side with the receivers. Blitz comes, picked up, firing the throw behind Logan Loya. Miscommunication there, as I think he thought Loya was going to sit down in the zone, and instead Loya slanted. Crosby, the nearest man there, and it'll be 4th down.
It looked like there was some space for him to get across his face there if he had led him into it, but a lot of times the quarterback sees something different, especially early in the season.
He may have said, I don't want to run him into that traffic and put him in the hospital, maybe, right? Put him on a spot.
That's true.
Either way, it's a miscommunication and an incomplete. And now on to punt will be Minnesota's Tom Weston. Deep is DeJesus. He had a 25-yard return last week, so he's a pretty good return man. High snap, good catch, and the punt's away. Ooh, beautiful spiraling kick, backpedaling DeJesus at the 5-yard line, trying to get outside, and he's tripped up at the 9. Maverick Baranowski in coverage. That was caught at the 5-yard line. What a punt, and that is flipping the field and pinning them deep at about the 9. Good job there for the Golden Gophers. In a hurry, don't worry. Cub delivers. Get fresh meat, produce, everyday essentials, and more delivered to your door. Cub, proud to support Gopher Athletics for over 20 years.
Yeah, nice coverage there by Maverick Baranowski. That is difficult to make that open field tackle like that. A lot of times when you have a punt like that that's that deep, you overkick your coverage. Maverick got down there and really able to scoop him before he could get anything going upfield.
Songa Politele waits for the snap, little off center. He'll roll to the right. He's got some room if he wants to run, throws it. Instead, has a man all alone at the 25-yard line, and he's swarmed over there. He cut in front of Coy Parrish, and a good catch by DeJesus, and a pickup all the way out to the 22, so that is a gain of 13 yards.
Well, there you see we allowed him to break, contain. Can't allow a quarterback to break, contain, especially going to a strong arm, the left side there like they did there.
5 receiver set, empty backfield, quick throw to Raphael, who was lined up at a receiver, and then he just follows a convoy of blockers across the 30, and a gain of about 6 out to the 33-yard line, and that will bring up a 2nd and 4, a host of Gophers there, led by Coy Parrish.
Nice job of rallying to the ball right there. Again, you'll see they'll throw the short pass right there out on the perimeter and try to get upfield. Just get it to your athletes in space and let them make plays, and Cal did a nice job with it there.
Songa Politele waits for the snap. DeJesus in motion. Play action. Quick hitting pass near side. And that is caught by Hamper. He's hit and swarmed over. May have lost a yard. And a good job there by the Gopher defensive line. That was Devin Eastern. And who was the other guy there? Smith, Anthony Smith, right?
I think Nestor on that.
And Nestor as well.
Was the first one there, yeah. Very good play. Good job of swarming from inside out.
No question about it. That was Nestor. And then to help clean it up after it was a near broken tackle was the defensive tackle, Eastern. 3rd and 5. They're 0 for 1 on 3rd down. To throw on play action. Waiting. Has time. Fires over the middle. Caught on the run. That's his big tight end, Jeffrey Johnson, in a 1st down in front of Aiden Gooseby out to the 43-yard line. Gooseby in coverage and makes the catch. Too much time that time for the big, tall lefty.
Yeah, certainly. He comes into this game with 11 catches, and you give a quarterback with his quality that much time, he's going to find the receivers, and he does there.
No score early on. We're 5+ minutes in now, almost 6 to this first quarter. Quarterback fires across the middle. Good catch by Hamper on a quick slant. Got in front of the defensive player. And that was Maverick Baranowski and Zaquan Bryant combining, but not before, as a quick hitting 8-yard gain to midfield. It'll bring up a second. We'll call it a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up a 2nd and 3 as he throws to the left. He throws. He's a lefty, so that's his, his field of sight is there. More than 65% of his passing attempts have been middle or left. He doesn't throw to the right much, so the Gophers have to be aware of that as well.
I'm sure they're aware. He does a good job looking to his right to make them safety, move over there and coming back with tremendous action to his left.
Johnson goes in motion, the tight end to the left, and it's play action again. Waiting, plenty of time, home run ball intended for Grizel, and he overshot him. Nestor just a step behind him, but pretty darn good coverage, and it'll be a 2nd down and 3.
I think Nestor was actually looking in coverage. Nice coverage on that play. And if that ball had been accurate, I think Nestor would have been able to try to make a play to try to defend it. But nice deep shot by the quarterback there.
Yeah, he was right there. You're right. Right, just a step right behind, meaning the throw was overthrown. If it's on target, like he did in that Buffalo game, that great left hand, he would just get that hand up and knock it away. 3 receivers set, 3rd down and 3. Cal is 1 for 2 on third down. Now they shift it. They go double tights to the left, 2 receivers to the right. One of the tight ends now comes in motion. And rolling that way is the quarterback. Feels the pressure. He is hit and dropped. A sack back at the 45-yard line. Nothing opened up for him, and they contained him in there. And a great job, Kingsbury, who a week ago had a touchdown and 2 fumble recoveries, gets his first sack of his career. And what a great job. He came on the blitz, stayed with it after he got blocked the first time, and gets the sack.
Danny Collins, our defense corner, has been very aggressive there. Kingsbury on that blitz does a nice job of staying active and alive to bring him down for no gain, forcing this 4th down punt.
Nate Becker also got him low. Maybe was the first man there. I'm guessing they'll each get half a sack. So the punt team comes back on. Michael Kern stands at zone 31. Chest high snap. High spiraling punt. Parrish waiting. Calls for a fair catch at the 2-yard line. So a smart play the last time. That play not as heady, as that would have bounced and likely gone into the end zone. He just lost track of where he was in the field. And the sophomore, they're going to give him a 3 at the 3-yard line. And obviously he knows. He put his hand to his helmet right away. He was standing at about the 5, took 2 steps back and called a fair catch. Bizarre play indeed. Let's give you a quick read. We'll get you to a timeout. It's no score, 7:33 to go here in this first quarter. M Health Fairview is Minnesota's home of the most top docs and was just recently recognized as having 4 of the top-ranked hospitals in the state. Visit mhealthfairview.org to learn about world-class care you deserve right in your backyard. No score, first quarter, 7:33 to go. Gophers deep in their own territory from their own 3 after this. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
United Healthcare is a proud presenting partner of the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games because we share their vision of a world where everyone belongs and ability triumphs. Just as we stand with our members every step of their journey of health, because we know what it means to have a personal cheering section and supporter on your side when you move through life's obstacles and get back into the race. United Healthcare, your hometown healthcare plan.
With corn rootworm costing farmers up to $1 billion a year, you need the right strategy. Introducing Durastack trait technology, featuring 3 powerful modes of action to strike corn rootworm at full force, outsmart, outmaneuver, and outmatch their every move with the industry's first triple BT protein stack built for corn rootworm control. Take back your yield potential. Make your move at Durastack.com. Available for the 2027 season.
Your maroon and gold play here. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
Gopher fans, check out the spot for Gopher Weekly with PJ Flack. The Tipsy Steer in High Pines in Roseville is a great place to watch the games with a large outdoor space to eat, drink, and hang out with your friends. Check this place out. Locally owned refreshing beverages and food sourced from area farmers, serving up menu favorites like bacon lollipops and armadillo eggs. The sassy menu also features brick oven pizzas and acclaimed burgers. Tipsy Steer in High Pines in Roseville, County Road C and Snelling in Roseville, or online at tipsysteer.com. Go Gophers!
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think we should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Hey, Twin Cities, is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
No score, first quarter. We're at Cal, 7:33 to go. JG has an update.
A couple of quick defensive nuggets here. Kerry Brown looks like having a little trouble with the right side of his lower back. Spent a lot of time getting stretched out during this last time out. He's up on the exercise bike as well. Looks like they also rubbed some kind of ointment on his lower back to try to get that thing loosened up.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Stephen Carey sponsoring Guardsy Sideline Report. From the end zone, it's a handoff to Turner, who made his first start. Now he tries to bounce it outside. Spins forward out of 1 tackle across the 5. A little bit of a dangerous run after he broke out. He retreated almost to the goal line. McCullough, the defensive end, or a linebacker, finally knocks him down. But when it's all said and done, it's out across the 5, buys him some breathing room, and a gain of almost 4.
It's a little bit of a dangerous run with his back to the backfield. Kind of have a stalemate line as Kermit. He spins, gets out to the perimeter, able to break a few tackles and actually get a little bit out of jail there to pick up almost 4 yards.
Cam Davis now in the backfield next to the quarterback Lindsey, who on the previous snap was in the end zone, but thanks to the gain, he stands at the 1 waiting out of the shotgun. Ashton Beers snaps it to him. Plenty of time in the end zone. Fires now to Taylor, or make that Davis, and he is hit at about the 9, make it the 10. And that's a gain of another 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 now for the Golden Gophers. A stop made by Manitai and Hampton, an outside linebacker, and make that an inside linebacker and a free safety.
You always hope you can make that first person miss right there, and they did a nice job actually just maintaining leverage on Cam on that play, so he had really no option on that play. Nice defense and just a tough stop here. 3rd down and short. Hopefully we can pick it up.
4th catch of the year for Cam Davis, who stays in the backfield on 3rd and 3. The Gophers are 0 for 1 on 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Davis, trying the right side, and just nothing there. He just stopped dead in the backfield and waited, and the patience did not pay off that time. T.J. Bush pulled him down right at the line of scrimmage to bring up 4th down.
Really just no movement at the point of attack on that play. We saw the kind of underneath handoff that we've seen for a long time. In particular, we saw Mohamed Ibrahim have tremendous success with it right there. Cal has some penetration in the backfield, no movement, nowhere for Cam to go.
Tom Weston will punt out of his own end zone, stands right on the A of California, right near the center of that end zone, about 5 yards deep. Alan Sukup had a high snap the last time, one of the top long snappers in the country. This one about shoulder high, and the kick is away. High, hanging, spiraling punt. The Jesus along the sideline takes it all the way into the Minnesota sideline. Great directional punt, and out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. A 45-yard punt, no return, and we will take a timeout. Hey, how would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? We'll go to syncmygame.com to find out how. Stay with us. No score. 5:18 to go first quarter. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Know what happy is? Veggies. Crunchy, crispy, colorful, seasonal, aromatic, juicy veggies. Produce at its freshest. Cub produce. Best produce, period. Guaranteed to make you happy or will replace it. No questions asked. Because good produce makes veggie lovers happy. Just remember, fresh, happy. Stale, limp, and wilted, not happy. You want to make a veggie lover happy? Shop Cub for produce. And shop happy.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Club for details.
I'm Clay Geary, walk-on turned scholarship wide receiver for Gopher Football.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner. We understand championship culture, which is why we're part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at Sunbelt Business Advisors. With more brokers, buyers, and offers, Sunbelt gets owners more than the market average.
Learn more about this True North company at sunbeltminnesota.com.
Minnesota nothing, Cal nothing. 5:18 to go first quarter. Cal will get its third chance at it. On that punt, by the way, there was a 10-yard penalty for holding on the return, so they'll move it back to the 38. So Cal will be backed up a little more. So a 42-yard punt plus the 10-yard penalty, net of 52 on the play for Minnesota. Time Time for an affiliate salute presented by Minnesota Corn, proud to create opportunities for family farmers while enhancing the quality of life for rural communities and all Minnesotans. Learn more at mncorn.org. 10 seconds on the Gopher Sports Network. Bit of house cleaning on that sack that ended the previous drive for Cal. They do give a half sack to Becker, his first is in his career, and a half sack to Kingsbury, his first in his career. Songapolatele in with L.J. Johnson now the running back into the game. 1st and 10 from their own 38. Songapolatele claps his hands, wants to throw on play action. Fires it down the sideline, back shoulder throw. Did he catch it? No, incomplete. Intended target was Hamper. And in coverage over there was Garrison Monroe getting some action, the Shakopee product. No, I beg your pardon, that was Mike Gerald who's in there. First action of his career. Mike Gerald.
Going a little bit down the depth chart, but I tell you, that was a pretty darn nice pass on that play right there. That back shoulder, just a receiver unable to bring it in.
Giving Zaquan Bryant a bit of a breather here is Gerald. Running back Johnson comes set in motion from the left, now into the backfield. Play action pass again, wanting to throw. It's thrown and it's caught by the receiver. Then it popped out and they say incomplete. It was recovered by the receiver Johnson out of the backfield, and back-to-back incompletes here. Now it's 3rd and 10 and the third down package comes on. Kerry Brown limping a little as he comes onto the field. Coming out, Lucas Finnessy, and back into the game is Darius Green. Devin Williams, Baranowski getting a breather, and Carmo, who has had 2 really good games as a true freshman. Remember, he got shaken up on that hard hit last week on the kick return, and on a kick return coverage, and he's into the game. That's good to see. So 3rd and 10, they are 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Brandon High now, the 3rd running back we've seen for Cal, is into the game. Cal on offense, 32% on 3rd down. Songapolatele looking, rolling right now, being chased by Howard, now coming back the other way, fires it over the middle, and it is caught, and a first down across midfield. That is Jordan King, and he bought enough time and made the catch in front of Aiden Gooseby, and a pickup of 16 on 3rd and 10.
Songapolatele doing a nice job with his legs on that play. You give him that much time, he's going to find a receiver, and he does downfield. Really nice job, receiver, bringing that ball in, too.
He had some mustard on it as he fired in a strike. Well, when you throw it that hard and that fast, it's hard for a defender to have enough reaction to try to break it up. If you're beat by a step, you're going to be beat. Here's a keeper now by Songapolatele, and Darius Green came in trying to find a hard hit and whiffed, and it's a gain of about 3. Baranowski wrapped him up. Boy, Darius Green, you know those heavy hitters like Darius, they want to hit the quarterback. He made the flyby.
Well, he's got to keep his eyes open a little bit right there. If he keeps his eyes open and puts his shoulder pad on, he might pop the ball out there, but he definitely was coming with some intentions.
Jalen Logan Redding comes in. Rashawn Lawrence comes out up front. Offset now formation, a couple of running backs, and one of those is DeJesus, who's kind of a flanker. He'll flank to the left. High is the running back. Rolling right, the quarterback. Whips it far downfield. Wide open man, Grizel, inside the 25. They say he stepped out right at the 25, in fact, and caught it in front of Gooseby and Green over there. And, boy, they found a soft spot. There was nobody around Grizel.
Nobody around him. Also, you got to realize, like you talked about, Mike, he likes to throw to his left, likes to roll out to his left. You can't let him throw out and roll to his left. So the inside contained, even those rushers got to make sure he doesn't have a clear throwing alley. I'm sure they'll make that adjustment.
Gophers on the season, 2 games, have allowed just 96 yards total yards per game. Here's a throw high, but caught at the 10 to the 5 and down to the 2. That was Grizel again, and Kingsbury finally brings him down. Coy Parrish missed on the tackle attempt out by the 10, and the Gopher defense now is reeling. They now have allowed in this first quarter more yards than they've allowed per game for a whole game, 96 yards. And with that pickup down to the 2, they are nearing 100 yards here in this first quarter.
That ball was a little bit high, but Giselle did a nice job of bailing out Songapolatele there, going up and bringing that ball in.
And now P.J. Fleck had 12 men on the field as a guy came in late. No one came out. And a timeout, Minnesota here. We'll take the break. The Gophers facing a 1st and goal from the 3 for Cal. Cal at 102 yards here in this first half. Still, though, no score, 2:58 to play in this opening quarter. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Lear Field.
Hey Gopher fans, Minnesota-made and Gopher alumni-owned Old Dutch Foods has been crafting quality snacks for loyal fans throughout the upper Midwest since 1934. Like their newest flavors, cheddar cheese and hot buffalo pretzel pieces, creamy queso blanco, and black bean and corn salsa. Find Old Dutch in the Gopher Garden before select home games sampling their latest flavors, or stop by your local store and pick them up today. Old Dutch, family-owned quality snacks since 1934.
Crispy, crunchy, like it's happy. Old Dutch potato chips.
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul, but who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to AmericanExperiment.org to learn more.
You can just picture it. The anticipation before the big moment. The band playing, the adrenaline flowing, the confidence that you're about to hit the field and simply dominate. Now you know what it feels like to plant a field of Brevant seeds. Because when you choose Brevant seeds, you're not looking for a simple win. You're looking to turn heads and make a name for yourself. This is your turf, and when you get out there, it's sheer domination. Get started at Brevant.com/domination. Win, win, win.
Hey Gophers, ready to run up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your store win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design Minnesota t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Minnesota in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Football.
Gopher fans, you can take home at Tacoma this season if the Gophers score a defensive touchdown during a home game. One lucky fan will drive away in a brand new Toyota Tacoma. To register, go to gophersports.com/Toyota. Take home at Tacoma, courtesy of your local Toyota dealers. One truck being given away if they return a touchdown in a home game. Then a bunch of names we put in, 2 already from last week, and a drawing at the end of the year. No score, 2:58 to go first quarter. Knocking on the door, Cal first and goal from the 3. Justin Gard with a Stephen Carey sideline update.
Yeah, a couple of conversations here during the timeout. First of all, PJ Fleck went right into the defensive huddle, which, as you know, is pretty rare. I think they got to get their communication cleaned up just a little bit because they have had issues with personnel and what formations and everything, guys, that they were coming out. That's why they had to call that last time out. The wrong people are on the field. But he also spent some time talking to the officials about the cadence from Cal and the snap count, maybe being a little bit too demonstrative on the first set.
Gotcha. They use that clap signal like a lot of teams do, and a lot of guys will try to fake the clap to try to tip off what defense they're in, and if the Gophers bite on that first clap. And there are some new rules in place. The defenses can't clap, and there's different things, and now the Gophers wanted to sub, and now they won't. So it's first and goal, and the running back is high. He has 1 rushing touchdown this year, and it's a play action firing. It's caught, and that is a touchdown to Jesus. Nobody covered him. Closest man was Parrish, and it's a 3-yard touchdown, and Cal's out front, 6-0, 2:54 to go on a very impressive drive.
Impressive drive, and also didn't look like we were ready for that formation when they came out there, even with the substitution with Carey coming in and out. Didn't look like it's surprising after timeout to not be prepared for what you see out there. It looks like we're going to try to maybe.
Yeah, I think they run that kind of weird-looking formation. The extra point kicker now comes in. That's Chase Meyer. He's 7 of 7 on extra points to try to give Cal its 7th point of the evening here. Snap high, but the spot's down. The kick is up, and it is good. 7 plays, 62-yard drive. It covered 222, and on that drive, Songa Politele was really good. He's now 9 of 14, 100 yards, and he has the touchdown on a 3-yard play to Jacob DeJesus, his first touchdown reception of the season. 2:54 to go here, opening quarter, and it's 7-zip Cal Golden Bears. Kohl's has the back-to-school styles that'll spoil them at prices that'll spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget. Shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Yeah, that was not one of Minnesota's better defensive possessions there, DT. They had to take a timeout eventually, and that shows you what kind of arm that kid has.
He has a great arm, but I also feel like there is some opportunities to rally around him, to do a little better job with contain, get your arms up in his pass angles. He does throw the ball a little bit low. He's accurate and threw a lot of nice balls, but you just can't let him do what he does, and I feel like we can make those adjustments here as the game moves on.
So deep to return, Coy Parrish. He has not returned to kick yet this year. They have kicked it out of the end zone or away from him. Abram Murray is the kickoff man, 13 kickoffs this year. Coy stands at his own 1. The kick is away. Opportunity here for Parrish. Center of the field from about the 7-yard line. Centering, waiting, trying to find a seam. Does have a seam. Turns it up. Puts on a nice move at the 30. And spinning forward to the 33-yard line. Looked like maybe there was a seam to the outside, but he cut it inside right into the teeth of the coverage man. Smith makes the stop, but good field position for the Golden Gophers. Let's go back to JG.
Well, I mentioned the cadence and the clap. That was something that P.J. Fleck talked to Drake Lindsay about as well when he came over after the last offensive possession. He wants Drake to be more emphatic with the way that he's attempting to get the ball snapped. So we'll see if he took the instruction here.
Yeah, so if they're going to do it, you're going to do it, I guess, is the message there, right? If they're going to allow it, then try to take advantage. The clapping motion, you hope then the quarterback looks and the defense then, once the play starts, will tip off what kind of coverage they might be in. Lindsay now, though, under center, so there'll be no clapping here. Spins, and he gives to Ejiboy, the running back, redshirt freshman, and he lowers his shoulder, and nothing in terms of waiting and patient because there was nothing there. So he ends up, though, Darryl, with 3 yards out of nothing because he just said, I'm going to go get what I can get.
No, that's the right thing to do. Sometimes you just got to kind of put your head down or head and shoulders down and get your pad level down and see if you can pick up there, and Ejiboy does a nice job of it there on that first down situation. And this might be the type of game we're going to see, and we did talk about it, running back by committee, and we're seeing it.
Soloway McKenzie on the stop. A.J. Turner back into the game, and Lindsay wants to throw. Waits, fires, and it's wide and incomplete. Jalen Smith got his hands on it. Late flag, though, comes out, and this might be a pick play on the Gophers. The whole Cal sideline was yelling, and after the play, the side judge threw the flag. And it is offensive interference. The whole Cal sideline was calling for that play, and afterwards, after the play was over, the official threw it at the suggestion of the Cal coaches.
Yeah, because it looked like
Bierman.
A little bit.
Yeah, well, it was Bierman and the defender beyond the play made a collision, but there was certainly no intent there, but I guess that's going to be the call, so it's a 15-yard penalty.
That might have been he throttled down there to try have a little bit of a nudge to impede his traffic when he probably might not have needed to, but he did.
And they will certainly move it back and make it 2nd and a mile here for Minnesota. 2nd down and 23 from the 21-yard line. Under center, Lindsay. The running back is Cam Davis. Gophers trail at 7-0 first quarter. Minnesota just 33 yards of offense so far. Play action for Lindsay. Steps out of the pocket. And then throws it away as the pressure came from T.J. Bush. Intended target was mostly just there to be in the neighborhood of a throwaway, and that was Javon Tracy. And it'll be 3rd and a mile, 3rd and 22 officially.
Yeah, and Drake just has not had the time to sit back in the pocket and find receivers downfield so far yet today. That offensive line just got to settle down and hold their blocks a little bit better.
And the Gopher right tackle, Dylan Ray, got beat outside by Bush that time. No chance for Lindsay. trips right. They have nobody within 10 yards of the secondary. They have 4 down linemen, and then everybody else 10 yards or deeper. So plenty of cushion here. And Lindsey to throw. Plenty of time, and now they throw underneath, and it's batted away. Cam Davis, the intended target, but that was Ryan McCullough who got his hands in the air and knocked it away. Would have not been near a first down, even if caught, but it would have gotten a few yards out of it. As it stands, the punt unit comes on trailing 7-0 with 1:59 to play here in this opening half, or opening quarter, I beg your pardon.
Always hoping if you can throw that check down route, they had a couple routes going deep there, you can throw that check down route to the back underneath. He can make somebody miss and get you some field position to make a little bit stronger punt, but unfortunately didn't work there. Cal did a nice job of batting that ball down.
Weston gets the punt away. This is more of a wobbler. And away from DeJesus, takes a sideways bounce at the 42, and that's where Cal will take over, leading 7-0. All of our sideline reports from Justin Guard, sponsored by Sieben Carey, Minnesota's accident lawyers who win, protecting people hurt on the road, at work, or anywhere else. Visit knowyourrights.com. JG with a sideline update.
Because the offense has really got nothing going here. I can tell you this is as good an atmosphere as I've seen in a while. I know this is not a full stadium, but having the student section right behind the Gophers here with everything that's coming with it, you can tell it has Minnesota a little bit rattled.
To throw, and with, again, plenty of time, the quarterback, and he's found his tight end, and it's a gain of about 5. That was Mason Minnie, his 11th catch of the season. In fact, it's a gain of 6 right to midfield, but the Gophers are allowing Sangapolatele too much time. Running back is Raphael. On 2nd and 4 from midfield. In motion, Minnie, the tight end. 3 receivers wide left, and now a Cal offensive lineman leaned forward a little bit, and that's going to be Spazo Vikamuko.
Number 66, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
He's an Australian, 5th-year senior, 6'5", 335, Jordan Spazovic-Muka. And so 5-yard penalty. He wipes out most of that first pass play. It'll be 2nd and a long 9 back at the just inside the 45.
And you talked about that voice inflection, Mike, and I think that was one of the times that Sangapolatele, his voice inflection at his offensive lineman move instead of the defense. Our defensive line actually moved a little bit too, but pulled off his player.
In motion goes to Jesus, started right and now left. Following him across the formation is Bryan. Back to throw. The freshman fires far side. Flag flies in the backfield. The pass is caught by DeJesus as he beat Bryan, but let's check the marker. It's going to be a first down if the play stands.
40. Offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's Leon Bell, Mississippi State transfer, the right tackle. He and Miller have alternated starts at the right tackle spot. So that wipes out about a 17-yard pickup, and it'll bring up 2nd and long. So a break there for Minnesota.
Well, nice. It was a hole against Anthony Smith, and Anthony has not put a lot of pressure on him, but there does a nice job and ends up getting the hole, which is pretty much as good as a sack.
It sure is. It remains 2nd down. We're under a minute to go first quarter. 2nd and 19 now officially. Sangapolatele alone in the backfield. Gets the snap. Looking right this time. Now is going to flush from the pocket. Try to get outside. And he throws, and it is caught at the first down stick. Was he across the line of scrimmage? No. And it's a first down at the 45. Buying time. And he found Karan Adams, a junior, his 3rd catch of the year. he did a good job of just staying right behind that line of scrimmage. It was awfully close.
Also, again, allowed to break, contain. He's got our players, our defensive linemen, I don't think they've played against a quarterback like this. This guy, a young man, it's a great job of keeping his eyes downfield, breaks, contain, again, and gets that extra 3 or 4 seconds, allows him to pick up the first down for his team.
Yeah, he was rolling left, and when he got right to that line of scrimmage, he knew it, and he flicked his wrist, and that ball was downfield in a hurry. And a 2nd and long turns into a 1st and 10. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0, Cal the lead. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Minnesota's family corn farmers are committed to doing right by their land, families, and communities. Each year, corn farmers invest in research and technologies that increase on-farm productivity and efficiency. They develop markets and biopolymers to reduce emissions and boost rural economies. And they support scholarships and educational opportunities for the next generation of farmers. Minnesota corn farmers, creating opportunities for the future of agriculture. Learn more at mncorn.org.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most. To you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Minnesota football lives here all season long. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
You can guarantee yourself a Minnesota maroon and gold win when you sell your business with Sunbelt Business Advisors. Sunbelt is a local alumni-owned company and proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Sunbelt provides business owner brokerage services to small businesses as well as mergers and acquisition services for companies up to $150 million in revenue. Are you thinking about selling? Sunbelt can help you make the most from your life's work. Visit sunbeltminnesota.com for a free confidential value range. Minnesota's largest seller of companies. sunbeltminnesota.com.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music. While you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
Ask Nesbitt Agency in Minnetonka if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Welcome back. We've played one quarter of football, and it's been mostly Cal here. They lead at 7-0. And in terms of total offense, Cal in that quarter, 131. Remember, Minnesota per game. And again, lesser competition. We know that. Just 96.5 per game in the first two. They've allowed 131 in the first quarter. Gophers just 33 yards. Plus, they've had a couple of real costly penalties. Let's give you scores from around the Big Ten. And these non-conference Saturdays, that's a lot of scores. Michigan beat Central Michigan 63-3. Oregon won at Northwestern today, 34-14. Nebraska at home over Houston Christian, 50. 9-7. Maryland beat Towson 44-17. Alabama, no problem at home with Wisconsin, 38-14. Other scores from the Big Ten. Number 2, Penn State, 52-6 over Villanova. Rutgers, a slow start. Their first 2 touchdowns came on block punts, and then they ran away from Michael Vick's Norfolk State team, 60-10. Ethan Caliagmanis, 309 passing yards. Michigan State, 41. Youngstown State, 24. USC won in West Lafayette after a long rain delay and storm delay, 33-17. Ohio State beat Ohio 37-9. Illinois beat Western Michigan 38-0. Illini ranked 9th, and they could be moving up. Number 22, Indiana, 73-0 on Indiana State. Iowa knocks off UMass 47-7. And last night, New Mexico beat UCLA 35-10 in a tough game for the Bruins. Here it's 7-0, and the Gopher defense allowing them 131 in that first quarter. And boy, this freshman quarterback so far has been what he was billed, DT. What an arm.
He has been more than what he's been billed. He's also done a great job of breaking his receivers fight to get open for him, but he's been accurate and has been just as good as advertised.
He is 11 of 16 in this first quarter. A handoff now to Raphael, hit in the backfield, and Baranowski missed him twice, but the rest of the crew catches up. It's maybe a gain of a half yard. Devin Williams brings down Raphael. That's Kendrick Raphael. Naples, Florida high school teammate of Kerry Brown. Last week had 122 in the win over Texas Southern. That was a career high. NC State transfer had nearly 800 rushing yards for NC State over his career, covering 23 games. Second and a long 9. Sangapolatele on play action. Delayed blitz comes, throws over the middle and an incomplete. And some contact, but no call intended. Target was Mason Minnie. Devin Williams running in coverage. And no harm, no foul there, so it's third and a long 9.
Well, I also think that he was just kind of he's in coverage, like they say, in phase with him. There was not a lot of contact going back and forth, and he was looking back. So nice coverage by Devin on that play.
7-zip Gophers trail. Big third down here. Cal today 2 of 4 on third down. This is 3rd and 9. They've converted on a couple of longer third downs. They had that long touchdown drive right before the quarter. 14:25 clock stop second quarter from the Gopher 44. Sangapolatele to throw. Blitz comes. Devin Williams chasing him. Smith chasing him. They can't get him. Rolling left. Fires underneath, and he just threw it well short just to get rid of it. Intended target to Jesus. And it seems when the Gophers come with some blitzes, that is what has been most effective up to this point. And that brings up a 4th down and 9 for the Minnesota 44. They ran a fake punt last week. So Gophers need to be aware of that here. But what a good job defensively.
I think they're aware. I mean, every time they punted, we've been like basically a punt safe defense. And you're right, Mike. When we bring pressure, we've had success with it, but we got to make sure we bring pressure, that we break down and don't allow him to get flushed out of the pocket. There, he almost completed that ball in the perimeter because he was able to break contain again.
Yeah, it got scary there for a second because he was overwhelmed for a minute. Here is the punt, high end over end punt. Parrish lets the ball go over his head, bounces sideways at the 4-yard line, and this will be another great job here by the Cal defensive punt team down at about the 2-yard line as it rolled from the center of the field and took a sideways bounce off the foot of Kern. And Parrish, obviously, you want to let that go. It bounced at the 2 and just went straight left and never gave ground all the way, probably 40 yards from the far hash all the way to the sidelines. It rolled out of bounds. They never did down it.
No, that was ideal. And Coy, on the last play, did catch the ball on the 2-yard line. So he was, I'm sure, communicated with that was not a good idea. It would have been a good idea for him to catch that one.
So the Gophers have started on their own 3, and now will start on their own 2 in their last 2 drives. Ejaboy, the running back, stands in the end zone. Under center, Drake Lindsay. And Lindsay changing the play, or at least indicating he might. Holds both hands to each side of his helmet. Spinning and a handoff in the backfield. And big hole, Ejaboy, 15, out to the 20, steps out of a tackle to the 25, and a monster hole right up the middle. All the way to the 29-yard line, a gain of 27. Sanford and Hampton bring him down, but that was a big hitting play for Ejaboy and a nice burst.
Really surprising. The Cal defense let him go right up the gut right there. There was, that's where you're going to go. Typically, the handoff is up the middle when you're in a short yardage situation, but great job by the offensive line, Ejaboy. Nice job to get us out of jail into nice territory.
Yeah, boy, he was high-stepping out of one of those tackles, but it was a big parting of the seas right up the middle. Under center again is Lindsay. Spinning, handoff again. Ejaboy again trying to find the corner to get outside. Waiting, now lowers his shoulder and gets positive yardage. Boy, he runs hard. The Pennsylvania product trying to run over Hezekiah Massis, and he ends up with a 4-yard gain on a play that looked to be strung out for nothing.
He did. He did a nice job of bouncing that ball to the outside. There wasn't really anything, just a little bit of a penetration in the backfield, and each boy gets on the perimeter, and that defensive back gets there, and he gives him the stiff arm and is able to pick up yards when there wasn't very much there.
34 yards now for Boy, who gets a breather. A.J. Turner back into the game. 2nd and 6 here. And it's a handoff right side, and this is Turner. Has the corner and then bounced inside to the 40 and a first down. Out to the 41. Austin and Kayanaaya on the stop, but a good job there by the burner named Turner.
Well, also a nice job of the offensive line. I think they've done a better job on this drive of particularly getting off the goal line, but there, you give it back to line of scrimmage, he's going to pick up yards, and Turner there off tackle was there. He puts his head and shoulders on there to pick up the first down and get a little momentum. We haven't had very much so far here in the first half.
Theories aren't always true, but theoretically a 2-4-5 should be a little susceptible to big running gains, and been a couple here on this drive, so PJ might have just instructed his team, let's find some stuff on the ground here. Coy Parrish is now into the game. Wide to the left, under center, and it's play action. And Lindsey feeling some pressure, fires out for Parrish. He's got it at the 40 and backpedals out of bounds to the 39, and a nice pickup in coverage. Josiah Wagner, their very fine safety and nickelback, but a big gain there by Coy Parrish, who has contributed here on offense in this second quarter. Minnesota trailing 7-0, but now into Cal territory at the 39. That was a nice gain there by the Golden Gophers.
Well, nice throw and catch, and Corey went up and got that, but Drake had time. Offensive line doing a great job giving him the time he needed to get the ball to Corey on that play.
Officially 19 yards on the play. Boy, the running, yes, it is Boy. He's got the handoff left, cutback lane is there, and he works his way inside the 35 to the 33, and PJ Fleck helping that side judge over there, or the line judge, or head linesman. That's a line judge over there with the spot. A gain of about 6. We'll call it 2nd and 4.
And a nice job again by Boy at that play. It looked like there wasn't very much there. He picked up 2 or 3 yards, but the last 4 yards, I'd say he picked up on his own. Just very, very strong leg drive, and doing a nice job keeping the momentum moving forward.
2nd down and 4. And now Cam Davis is in at running back. In motion, Coy Parrish back into the game. Gophers trail 7-0 here, second quarter. It's a quick hitting pass to Parrish. Now he wants to throw, and he is tackled way back. Monster loss. Nobody was open. They sniffed that play out, and he couldn't throw it. Davis was going to be the intended target, but Sanford did a good job covering it, and then Parrish, instead of just throwing it away, he's not a quarterback, just ate it, and that's a loss of about 11, and it's 3rd and 13 back at the 42-yard line.
Well, I actually kind of retreated a little bit. It might have been better for him just to try to, go forward or go out of bounds, but on that play, it doesn't happen very often. Probably won't happen again, but might have been better just to try to throw it away or just go forward.
Well, that's a tough one. They've been running it down their throat, and they try to reach into the bag of tricks here. A lot of fans have been calling for a little more trickery here. They may have to take a timeout. Nope, they get the play off with 1 second to snap. That's a pass that is overthrown. There was contact, but no interference, and it'll be 4th and long. Crosby in coverage, intended target Brockington. And 4th and long.
Actually looked a little bit like pass interference.
Yeah,
on that
I thought
play,
it was a little
especially
early.
Considering that play that we got a pass interference called a little bit earlier in the game.
I think probably ruled uncatchable, too high. Keep going. But there was definitely, the contact was for sure before the ball arrived. There's no doubt about that. But I think maybe, I didn't see the signal uncatchable. They looked at each other, and then, meaning the 2 officials down there along that sideline. So it'll be a punting situation from the 42, and the Gophers hoping to pin them deep here. 9:43 to go, second quarter. Weston, the Australian, high end over and kick to the far side. Fair catch called at the 10, and that is where Cal will take over. That was De Jesus over there, and Cal will get it from its own 10 when we come back. Gophers trail at 7-0. 9:36 to go in the second. Beautiful night for football here in California. The Gophers did get a few things going that drive. Now 89 yards of offense. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Gopher fans, make the most of your stay in the Twin Cities by staying at the Gopher Athletics Preferred Hotel, Courtyard, Minneapolis downtown. Our preferred hotel offers convenient location, competitive pricing, and a wide variety of amenities to suit any Gopher fan. Visit gophersports.com/preferred hotels for more information and to book your next stay. Courtyard Minneapolis downtown is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
A DWI will cost you about $10,000 and possibly so much more. That's a sobering reality. Drive sober. Drive smart.
Extra enforcement now on Minnesota roads. A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Sky U Ma. Start strong this fall with a furnace tune-up from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Schedule today and save $30 this October with flexible appointments to keep your home cozy. Visit standardheating.com today.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Minnesota Zoo now span 30 years and is highlighted today by the Zoom's STEM Design Challenge. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
It's Gopher football season, and it's time to get your furnace tuned up. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning makes it easy with fast scheduling. And this October, save $30 on your furnace tune-up. Stay warm all season long. Visit standardheating.com.
Welcome back to Cal. 9:36 to go in the first half. The Bears lead the Gophers 7-0. It'll be Cal ball, first and 10 from their own 10. Mentioned Kerry Brown, the safety, has been dealing with a little bit of a lower back injury earlier in the game. They're still trying to work on him and get him back out here. He's been with the training staff this entire time out, basically trying to do the back pedals, trying to explode out of the back pedals. Haven't been able to get him back out there on the field. The last time he was out there, Grimmer, you mentioned he kind of limped his way onto the field. Not as much of a limp right now, but he's still hanging out by the training table.
All right, that's a Stephen Carey update. Right now, Darius Green now in his spot playing that nickelback, and pretty good depth. If there's a spot that can withstand maybe a sore back or something, it might be that safety spot. Darius Green was a starter 2 years ago at the safety spot. Last year spent it injured, allowing Kerry Brown to step forward. Guys like Parrish, and now Darius Green back in and healthy. Rolling left is the quarterback. He wants to go deep. He's got a man out there, and it is caught at midfield and then tackled at the 45-yard line. What a play there by California.
You give that quarterback, Sal Putelli, an opportunity to get the ball downfield. He's going to do it, and they're right back up at the line of scrimmage.
What a play. I think they want to hurry and get that snap off, because as he was rolling over, they thought they don't have the stick set. How can they, the stick, they're supposed to wait till the sticks are set on a first down. They wanted to hurry up, because when he rolled over, they might have thought that he dropped that ball. And as it turns out, they get the play off before the sticks are even set. That's not the proper administration, but they don't care. So it's 2nd and 5 after a gain of 5. That catch, they credit DeJesus with the hand or with the gain. That was Plummer with the catch, and now there's a false start here.
Offense, number 55, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's Plummer's first catch of the year. And he is back from injury, and he hooked up big. That was a 51-yard play. So So it's 2nd and 10 after the penalty. L.J. Johnson now is the running back. Sangapatele to throw on a straight drop. Pressure comes. They set up a screen. It's high and incomplete. That was Johnson trying to grab his 3rd reception of the year. Had it been just an inch or two higher, Gopher linebacker might have been able to catch it, but now it's 3rd and 10.
That's the type of break that we need on that play. That ball was a little bit high, but actually a nice rush. And when you're rushing like that, you see the screen, you got to rush, continue to rush with your hands up. That's why I see a lot of offensive line trying to chop to get their hands down, and they did not on that play. So lucky break for Cal. Need to have a stop here. Need to make sure they contain Sangapatele. Don't let him get out of the pocket here.
Johnson stays in at running back. 2 receivers each side. The blitz comes. Plenty of time. Firing on the far side, and it's caught, but just short of the first down. Grizel, and a good tackle over there by Nestor. And it'll be 4th down from the 32, 4th and 2. And this will either be a field goal attempt or they'll go for it. Certainly not a punting situation here. And they're going to hustle back to the line of scrimmage. The Gophers will try to make a sub if they can. And on 4th and 2, the offense stays on. Johnson stays on. They did not sub. Now they will sub. A tight end, Mini, comes in. Sangapatele waits for the subs, and now the Gophers will have an opportunity to re-sub if they want. There's 10 to snap. They will not re-sub. And De Jesus flanks to the right. Empty backfield on 4th and 2. In motion, the tight end, Mini. And now P.J. Fleck called a timeout right at the snap. It was going to be a quarterback keeper. And we'll take the break. So 4th and 2. When we come back, the crowd didn't like it. He took the timeout. This year, Cal is 3 of 5 on 4th down. It's 4th and 2 from the 31. Gophers trail at 7-0. 7:21 to play here in this second quarter. And this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
You want the best for your child. So does M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital. As the Twin Cities' longest-running, top-ranked children's hospital, many of the world's leading medical experts just happen to come with the most caring hearts. This combination of passion and expertise is why Masonic Children's Hospital was once again recognized as the Twin Cities' top-ranked children's hospital by U.S. News and World Report. Right off 94 near the west bank of the University of Minnesota. Learn more at mhealthfairview.com.
He's coming. Here he goes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless.
What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to... Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. It's Chevy Truck Month, and now well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com. 2.9% APR for 72 months. Monthly payment is $15.15 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 8.8%. Must finance with GM Financial. Down payment required at signing if applicable. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Taking retail delivery by 9/30/25.
Welcome back to Gopher Football on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield.
So Minnesota used its second timeout just as the snap happened. It was going to be a quarterback keeper, so they showed their hand a bit there. Don't know if he would have made it, but PJ took the timeout just before the snap. The snap was made, and that's what they showed. So it's 4th and 2 from the 31, the line to gain the 29. They are in field goal range if they choose to kick here, leading 7-0 California, and 7:21 to play here in this second quarter. As your neighborhood credit union and proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, TrueStore knows that banking is more than just affordable loans and a place to manage your money. They help their neighbors dream bigger and live better. It's true. So the offense stays out. Grizel's had a nice night so far on this drive. Plummer had a 51-yard catch on the first play of the drive. They've withstood a false start penalty and now have it 4th and 2 here. Wide to the right side of the field is Hamper, and wide to the left is Grizel. To Jesus and Johnson both in the backfield. In motion, the tight end, Minnie, wide side to the left. And it's a drop back and a quick pass behind his intended target. He caught it, but fell down short of the line to gain right at the line of scrimmage to Jesus. And the Gophers have turned the Cal Bears over. The throw just a little low, and as he went down to get it, he could not stay upright. And I think he probably would have gotten the first down had the throw been high and on target.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
The Gopher defense, Danny Collins did a nice job of speeding them up and not allowing that to happen. And then there was a bit of a scurry to get there, but he probably would have picked it up. It would have been close. It would have been very close with Kingsbury there.
Nestor was waiting. The question would be, was he able to, would he have made the tackle right there to keep him short, because a reach ahead might have gotten it. So Gophers get the turnover on downs, and they'll see if they can get some momentum. They had the ground game going last drive before the trick play short-circuited the drive. Here's a handoff to Turner, and he is pursued from behind and tackled, and a loss of a yard back at the 30. Good pursuit by T.J. Bush. He was not worried at all about any run the other way, so he came in from the backside, and there is an injured player, and that is the running back Turner. Sometimes those tackles from behind can create some issues, and he is in visible pain down there right now, holding his hands over his helmet.
Yeah, hopefully he just got maybe just bent up a little bit and he'll be able to shake it off, but it didn't look that bad originally, but he definitely looks like he's in some pain.
His teammates tried to help him up, and then he waved him off and said, no, this is more than a walk, not a walk-it-off situation. So we'll check on the condition of A.J. Turner after a loss of 1. 7-0 Cal, 7:02 to go second quarter. The Gophers will have 2nd and 11. We'll get an injury update next. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Hey, honey, the battery light on my dash lit up. I think I'll take it to a shop today.
Really? I can take care of that.
Are you sure?
Of course. Okay, got my battery. Let's just drop it in and...
Are you okay out there?
I think so.
Should my car be smoking like that?
Some things are better left to the professional. When you need your vehicle fixed, trust your local repair facility. And when you need a battery, trust FVP. Visit FVPparts.com for an installer near you.
Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemont is celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that move us forward. For generations, the tall columns and bright lights have made Pine Bend a landmark seen for miles. As a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, Flint Hills also celebrates the workers and innovations that make Pine Bend one of the nation's most advanced refineries. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
The pride of Minnesota. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
We are gathered here to... what's with the blanket?
Oh, it's my Securian blanket. It's an unsubtle metaphor for the security I feel knowing I have smart insurance and retirement solutions from Securian Financial.
I see. And sir, do you also trust Securian Financial with your insurance and retirement solutions?
I do.
Prepare for your future. Talk to your employer, affinity group, or financial professional to get started. Learn more at Securian.com. Insurance issued by subsidiary companies. Securian Financial Services. Member FINRA.
Spring cleaning is as easy as buy, fill, gone with a Bagster bag from Waste Management. Clear the clutter and ditch your debris. Bagster bags are the flexible option for big cleanups, and we mean flexible. The Bagster folds neatly when not in use, yet holds 3,000 pounds of waste and debris. Buy from a retailer today, fill it, and easily schedule pickup when your projects are complete. To learn more, visit thebagster.com.
A.J. Turner left the field. JG's got an update.
Yeah, he is in the injury tent, and it took a lot of help to get him there. We always talk about, did he get off on his own power? Definitely did not. Looks like it's the left leg that he was favoring. Was able to put a little bit of weight on it once he got off to the sideline, but other than that, was helped big time to get into that tent where he remains right now.
So already without their best running back, Darius Taylor, and now A.J. Turner, their number 2 running back, down with injury. Ijiboy, who's been the best back tonight at 40 yards, is now into the game, and he might get a run of the work from here on out on 2nd and 11. Play action. Lindsey has time, waits, fires. It is caught by Jalen Smith. No, and then dropped. He had it and dropped it. And that would have been a first down across the 40. In coverage is Austin, the cornerback. So a couple of drops so far this year by Jalen Smith. That's when you're going to have to haul in.
Certainly will. That was a nice pass by Drake Lindsey. Dropped it right into his chest. Just got to reel that in and pick up that first down and keep the sticks moving. And that's just one you're going to look at tomorrow in the film room or Monday in the film room and be a little bit disappointed in yourself.
So 3rd down and 11 now. Would have been a first down. Running back is Cam Davis on this 3rd down. Out of the pistol formation. In motion, Tracy. 4 receiver set. That includes a tight end. Lindsey to throw. Pressure comes, fires. It is caught by Brockington. First down across the 40 and out of bounds at the 45. A little extracurricular over there, beating Isaiah Crosby. And he kind of waves at him as they go out of bounds. And it's a nice gain to the 45 and a pickup of 15 on 3rd and 11.
Well, Lemecki's one of the senior receivers that we have in the team. He's been around for a long time, incredibly athletic, just needs an opportunity, and now he's starting to get that this season.
The Gophers would love to punch something in here. Seems like everything has been hard so far tonight for Minnesota, but yet they trail by just a touchdown. Ijiboy, the running back. He's got the handoff, probing the left side, and not much there. Maybe a yard out to the 46. Clock winding at 6 minutes to go in the quarter. 7-0 Cal. Linebacker Taggart is the man on the stop. And remember, one more reminder, their best defensive player has not played in this half. Taggart is filling in for him. Olawave is their preseason All-ACC linebacker. He will play in half number 2.
Say Olawave is actually the best player on the team, so they are certainly doing a good job without him, holding us to 0 so far this half.
2nd and 9 out of the pistol. Ijiboy, the running back. And Lindsey wants to throw. Has time, fires over the middle. The ball got tipped, intended target Ijiboy, and it goes luckily away from everybody. Those tips, you worry that a safety might catch it behind, but it bounced and went beyond where the intended target was, but nothing behind there, so no harm, no foul, other than the down gets burned, and it's 3rd and long again, 3rd and 9 here for Minnesota.
And Cal doing that job of staying in narrow lanes, not allowing Drake Lindsey to get outside the pocket and get downfield, and limiting his vision.
Gophers now over 100 yards of offense, 104, but we're approaching now the 5.5-minute mark of this second quarter. On 3rd down to throw, and it is caught by Brockington and another first down. They spot him at the Cal 45. Sanford in coverage. PJ thought they might have shorted him a yard on that play. I thought so too. Davis quickly into the game, and now some other subs, wholesale subs, come in. Clock winding at 5:10.
Yeah, they brought Brockington in motion that time, back across the center, then back, and found him in a London slot right there. But he did a nice job of sitting down in that zone and catching that ball to pick up the first down. Not an easy catch.
Yeah, they shorted him a full yard on that spot, but the Gophers will take the first down either way. 1st and 10 from the 45. In motion is Lanier into the game. Hand off to Davis. This time no jitterbugging, and he just hits the hole and has a 5-yard gain to the 40. Much more aggressive running from Davis. The Washington transfer for Relly, the linebacker, on the stop. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, we had a little bit of motion from our receiver there on that play. Looked like there was some of the last play, but hand the ball off to Cam on the inside. Him being able to pick up that 5 yards, take a time off the clock here too, Mike. We don't want Cal to get the ball back, but we do need to get some points out of this drive.
Boy Parrish back into the game on offense here on 2nd and 5 from the Cal 40. 7-zip Bears approaching the 4-minute mark. Ijiboy, the running back, out of the pistol set, spotted the ball center of the field. Now possibly changing plays and somebody moved. Like Greg Johnson leaned forward. Couldn't tell. The ref's mic, we didn't get there. Yeah, it was Greg Johnson. He leaned forward as the quarterback was changing plays. So 2nd and 5 to 2nd and 10 back at the 45. Bibber, the tight end, wide to the left. Slotted to the left is the receiver Jalen Smith. Lindsay on a quick drop, fires right. It is caught again, and is that Brockington or Tracy? Tracy, and it's near first down yardage at the 36. It'll be 3rd and 1. It was Austin in coverage, and boy, he put that only where his guy could get it, and what a catch.
It was a tremendous catch. Tracy did a great job of extending himself to catch that ball for us, and here, really 3rd down and short. It'll be interesting to see what Greg Harbaugh calls here.
Less than a yard. They'll sub here. Will Cal talking about. They'll come in with a big lineman here. Wade. It is a handoff to Ejeboy. He gets outside and has a gain of a couple, and it's enough for the first down to the 33. 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Crosby on the stop for the Bears.
Ejeboy, probably the best inside runner, Mike. I don't know for sure. It's hard to tell with the limited we've been able to see, but there, does a nice job. It was clogged up on the inside, and they did sell out. A lot of slanting inside that play. Bounce that ball to the outside and use the speed to pick up the first down there, even though it was only probably about 3 yards on that play.
Gophers without Turner for the moment and without Taylor for the game. Taylor did not dress. He is here, but not set to play, ruled out. Lindsay on play action on a straight drop. Waits plenty of time. Firing. Brockington at the 15. Goes up and holds it in. There's a marker, though, down behind the play. They spot him down at the 12 in front of his Hezekiah Masses. And let's see what the marker is. I think this is going to be on Cal, it looks like, as a preliminary indication.
Holding. Defense, number 4. That first decline. Resulted play. First down.
So the Gopher offense coming to life here a little bit. Drake Lindsay now 7 of 13. And the Gophers now will try to let some clock wind here. They don't want to leave too much time left for the Cal offense and that talented freshman quarterback.
It's a nice ball that Lindsay threw there. That was high and away from the body of Brockington. And Lemecki, we know he's incredibly athletic, has over 40-inch vertical and bench presses like 400 or 500 pounds. Able to go up and snag that ball.
3 catches now for Brockington, 43 yards. That one goes for 20. Clock is winding. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. So, no, it's going to be tight. Are they going to be able to take it? Oh, PJ's going to use his final timeout here just as it gets to 2:01, I think. He's standing next to the referee, and he does bang the final timeout at 2:01. There was 1 second difference between the 22nd. And so the next play, there'll be a stop after that play because that will be the 2-minute warning. And now the referee is talking to the back judge. And before we take the timeout, let's make sure everybody's on the same page. The referee, I don't think was aware that PJ called the timeout. Nate Black is the ref. They continue to talk. Well, let's go to Justin.
They should be on the right page because PJ told him that's what he was going to do. He was standing right in front of me and said,
"There's no foul for delaying game. This is a 2-minute timeout."
Thanks for being all over it, guys.
Yeah, he let him know, I'm going to do it right before it hits the 2-minute timeout, so there should have been no confusion.
Nothing. All right, let's take the timeout. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Know what the happiest bird is? Chicken. Cub fried chicken. Wait, let me rephrase that. Know what bird makes people happiest? Cub fried chicken. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, perfectly seasoned. It's the kind of chicken that disappears faster than you can say, 8 piece, please. Or, let's be real, maybe 12 piece. Because when it comes to fried chicken, more just means more happy. So if you're shopping chicken, shop Cub fried chicken. And shop happy.
Looking for a new spot to launch the Gophers, golf year-round, or celebrate special occasions? Launchpad Golf is opening this fall in Prior Lake, right next to Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. As proud sponsors of Gopher Athletics, we're bringing heated golf suites with innovative technology, exceptional food and beverages, and big screens for every game. Whether you're perfecting your swing, having a fun night out, or cheering on the maroon and gold, Launchpad Golf is your new entertainment destination.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Beats, bites, and big plays start here. Mystic Lake's Hop House is now open. Turn up the volume with live music every weekend. Savor all-star flavors that bring the heat, surrounded by wall-to-wall game day action. Legendary nights are on tap at the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination, Hop House. Now open at Mystic Lake Casino Hotel, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Details at mysticlake.com.
Dear Rocky Roads, the 2025 Toyota Tacoma doesn't flinch. Rugged twists? Been there. Rutted turns? Done that. With tons of top tech and rock-solid resilience, Tacoma is tougher than any terrain. And when the dust settles, Tacoma's legendary resale value means confidence for the road ahead. Find your Tacoma at Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back. We're still a little confused by the timeout situation. PJ definitely took the timeout. He announced no delay of game because it was the 2-minute timeout. They still have the timeout up. There was definitely a second between. It was 2:26 at the start of the wind, so maybe it was close enough fractionally that they allowed it. But the way an official announced it coming back, he said, there's no delay of game, it's the 2-minute timeout. We assumed that they just knew that it was the timeout was called, but they still have the timeout on the scoreboard, so we'll monitor that. Ijiboy, the running back, hey, Gophers get a TD here, they're right back in it, trailing 7-0, 2 to play second quarter. Ijiboy, right side, waits, pushes forward inside the 10, and is spotted right there. And they push him back behind. McCullough among the Golden Bears there, along with Taggart, the linebacker. PJ certainly willing to let time wind here, but now a timeout called by Cal because they want to have some time left.
Plenty of time that PJ and the offense want to have a little bit of a conversation over here and take advantage of this timeout here with this excellent field position and opportunity to go in with the game tied at halftime would be ideal when you really don't really feel like a defense has played quite as well as it can. Some adjustments at halftime will be able to play a little bit better, and I think we haven't had a few missed opportunities and some drops offensively as well.
We'll have halftime scores from around the Big Ten. We'll have highlights from here. Hopefully we've got a touchdown highlight to play back. And JG, you've got a special halftime guest we're going to hear from.
Yeah, we're excited. Everybody's favorite Gophers' favorite Gopher, Pete Najarian, is here. Obviously played with Daryl, knows DT well. He's been down here with his wife, and he's been in California for about a week. Cal is a very special place for him, and people are always confused when he shows up here and hangs out on the field. So we're going to talk about why, for those that don't know the story.
Very good. Second down and 8 here for Minnesota from the 10. Ijiboy, the back of the backfield, play action, waiting to throw toward the end zone, and boy, had to be a hole or nothing. PJ not happy, and it was a good job apparently by Hezekiah Massis, who made considerable contact with the receiver Rockington, trying to get to the corner of the end zone.
Well, they call him Zeke, and Zeke did a great job of knowing exactly where we want to do. Daniel Jackson, we've had this play thrown to that back pylon many, many times, and he knew what we wanted to do. They lined up, had the space, and he ran the route for him.
He also bear hugged him.
A little hug.
If they're going to call that on Nestor, you got to call that, fellas. 3 receivers left, 1 right, running back now Davis, 3rd and 8 from the 10. Waiting to throw is Lindsey, fires, it's caught by Gears right near the first down, and he's got the first at the 2. Remember, it was not 3rd and goal, it was 3rd and 8 from the 10. In coverage again, Massis, and Gears with his first grab of the day, and a big one, and with 1:35 and counting, the Gophers now can wind some time here and hope to get a score before halftime and not leave Cal with anything left right before the half, because we know Songa Politele has quite the arm. So
I tell you, Mike,
want to put it back in his hand.
Great pass by Drake Lindsey on that play. He sat down his own, throws the ball on the inside away from the defense where only Jamison Gears can catch it, turn and spin to get upfield to pick up the first down.
Fullback now is Bierman. Under center is Lindsey. Ijiboy is the tailback. Handoff to him, dives in, and he's hit. Got a yard. There's a good hit he took, but he's inside the 1. And it'll be 2nd and goal. I think Cal, some of those players, the way they're celebrating, I think they forgot it was a first down. It was 3rd down, remember, before that. They came running off the field, a couple of them, thinking that it was, I think they thought they stopped him. I think they thought that was 4th down, but remember it was a first down on the 3rd down as they got it inside the 2. But a couple of those guys came flying off the field.
There was a lot of celebration for, like the ball popped up at 53 seconds, and ball 2nd down on about the maybe half-yard line. It's good position right here. The Gophers, we need to punch this ball in, Mike.
Yeah, no question. You need the touchdown. 53 seconds. Cal takes a timeout. They want to have some time if Minnesota scores here one way or the other. But I really do think that they thought a couple, I'm not saying the whole team, but a few of those guys thought it had not gotten a first down, and they thought it was 4th and goal. So they came running off with their hands up, celebrating as if they thought they got the ball back. So it's 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Ichiboy actually got a full yard on that play, and maybe a little over a yard because the spot of the ball was at the 2, and they're now inside the 1. And now the Gophers go with the quarterback wide to the left, and they go with the pistol or the Wildcat with Davis and Ichiboy. Davis standing behind the center. Claps his hands, low snap, fakes it, wants to go right, hit, pushes forward, and short. And Cal will take another timeout with 44 seconds left, and it'll be 3rd and goal from about the 6-inch line.
I think he mishandled that a little bit, Mike. I think if Cam handles that cleanly, he's able to get his eyes up. He's able to hit that seam and get low and get underneath the tackle there, but I think he just mishandled that snap a little bit.
Yeah, they're at the 6-inch line now. Right now, it's time for an affiliate salute presented by Minnesota Corn, proud to create opportunities for family farmers while enhancing the quality of life for rural communities and all of Minnesota. Learn more at mncorn.org. 10 seconds on the Gophers Sports Network. Golden Gophers knocking on the door, hoping to tie the football game. 46 seconds to go. They added 2 seconds. Cal now with no timeouts left. Gophers with, this has got to be 4-down territory. From here, if you don't make it, right, aren't you going to go for it again and try to tie the game?
I think so.
Minnesota, we think, has a timeout left. There was confusion when they took that timeout. It still shows on the scoreboard. Bierman now along with Davis. Formation, Lindsey under center, in motion Bibber. It's a spin and a handoff to Davis, and he is in, but a flag flies at the goal line, and it will be encroachment is the signal here, and Minnesota will have a touchdown. Cam Davis.
Defense, that first decline, result of the play, touchdown.
The Gophers are in the end zone with their first touchdown of the game. If you're game for a little excitement, say I'm in and play the Minnesota Lottery. Cam Davis' 2nd rushing touchdown of the season, and they're an extra point away from tying this football game. A 16-play drive. It covered 69 yards, a couple of big pass plays to Brockington, and it was 6:34 off the clock. The Affinity Plus Drive Summary, sponsored by Affinity Plus. With this and all scoring drives this season, Affinity Plus donates $150 to Special Olympics Minnesota. Extra point kick is up, and it sails right up into that. They didn't get the net up in time. It sails right up into that luxury area. Gopher fans are up there. They've got an M flag hanging down that patio, and the Gophers, Darrell Thompson, have tied the game 7-7 here. 43 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, that offensive line really stepped up here, Mike, in the second half of that second quarter, doing a nice job giving Drake Lindsey and their running backs some time, some space to find receivers downfield, to find Lemecki, Brockington, Tracy, made some plays, and most likely 43 seconds to go here can go in at halftime tied 7-up.
Yeah, let's hope that that's the case. We talked about how talented and what an arm that young quarterback has, so I would guess you're going to find this ball kicked into the end zone, and then you hold your breath for a minute or two. 43 seconds on the game clock. Hey, if you love taking your family to a Gopher game, how about getting 4 discounted tickets, 4 soft drinks, 4 mix-and-match popcorn and candy, and $5 off your next $50 purchase at Cub. Log on to gophersports.com/tickets for complete details on the Cub Family 4-pack, and we'll see you on campus soon. Justin Guard, they've got a nice Gopher contingent just to your left, and they were making some noise there.
With good contingent to my left, they're also scattered all over the place down here on the sideline. They expected about 5,000 or 7,000, 5,200, 7,000 Gopher fans, and as I was talking with Mark Boyle pregame, you got a lot of options this year if you want to go on a Gopher road trip, and this is one of the good ones.
Here's the kick, and it does sail into the end zone. That T signal given means that new rule this year, when the T signal is given, it used to just be kind of a gentleman's agreement that the play was over, and then that trick play in the bowl game forced the rule change, and once you make it, that officially when the ball hits, it's a touchback. So now, defense here for the Golden Gophers of Minnesota.
Absolutely, and this is going to be one of the times, hopefully we see Danny Collins, the defense, realize they got to do a better job of making sure that Santa Botella stays inside the pocket. They get their hands up and limit his ability to get outside the pocket and also limit his passing range, because he is tremendous, especially when he gets outside the pocket.
7-7 the score. Songapelotele waits for the snap. The running back, Raphael. Let's see what Cal wants to do here. It is a passing play. Back to throw. Pressure comes. Flush in the pocket. He'll wing it sidearm, and he's got a man in Minnesota territory right in front of Gerald, and that is Hamper. And that's a 30-yard pass play on first down. Make it a 29-yard pass play officially. Wow.
Yeah, and we just rushed 3 on that play, so really gave him a lot of time to be able to find his receivers downfield. Now he's threatening.
They're close to field goal range. The season-long 44 yards. They have 2 kickers. And that was just a flick of the wrist, and that ball came out like a Nolan Ryan fastball. 1st and 10 from the 46. Looking, back to pass, flushed again from the pocket, feeling pressure, and hit from behind, and sacked. And that is Carmo, the true freshman from Minneapolis, a loss of 4. And the clock continues to wind. They are out of timeouts, 20 seconds and ticking. Under center now is the quarterback. And he spikes it, and that will bring up a 3rd down. That stops the clock with 15 seconds to go. Songapelotele, that time took too much time, and the pocket finally collapsed enough, and good pursuit there by Carmo.
And also a credit to the secondary on that play, doing a nice job. That's a secondary sack, and also Carmo doing a great job. The young man out of Robbinsdale, Cooper, coached probably by Willie Howard's dad.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Raphael in. Probably about 15 to 20 yards short of fringe field goal range on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pressure comes, wings it underneath, caught at the 31. The clock will stop. They're going to have to hurry to get the ball spiked and stopped while they get the sticks. Once the ball's set for play, and now a Gopher player is injured behind the play, and that is Howard.
Officials timeout for an injured defensive player.
His hand.
Yeah, Jackson Howard holding his left hand, it looks like.
Looks like it's already was really, really bandaged up, so I don't know what happened, but your defensive line, a lot of things could happen.
This also, as part of the new rule, this could result in a 5-yard penalty on Minnesota. The officials are discussing it. They do have a timeout, so they could bang the timeout to prevent that. Otherwise, it's a delay of game penalty. And let's see what the announcement is here. Well, now they're going to go over to the Cal bench and talk to them. The field judge is coming over wanting P.J. Fleck to find out if he wants to use the timeout here. That's the new rule. If you're injured, and that becomes a bigger play than back then, that they didn't have to waste the time out there. Assuming that's still right, like there was still some question on that. And so they're talking to P.J. Fleck. The new rule is if it's after the play and once the ball's set for play, if you're injured, this is to prevent players from faking injuries late in a game like this. No announcement made here. And it also could be that they've discussed it and said that the injury happened quick enough, the ball wasn't quite ready for play, and that may be it. It'd be nice if they...
Injured defensive player with under 10 seconds remaining in the half. Cal has the rest to decline the 10 second subtraction. By rule, the game clock will start on the snap.
Okay, so they'll try to take one quick play here. So the good news for Cal is they don't have to spike it because the clock isn't running. So the snap is back, and he wants to throw, and he does whip it near side, and it's caught in front of Garrison Monroe, and the catch by the tight end Minnie inside the 30, and they picked up another 8 yards, so that's huge. With 5 seconds left, they'll have a chance to take the lead on a very makeable field goal of about 45 yards. The kicker is Abram Murray. He's 1 for 1. Their other guy, Chase Meyer, 1 for 1 this year. Murray made a 44-yarder, Meyer a 43-yarder. Spotted the ball in the left hash. Murray waits for the lead. Snap back, spot down, the kick is up. Oh, and he pushed it way right. No, he got it to barely curl in there. Nestor came in to block it. That will end the half, and we'll get P.J. Fleck here as he heads to the sideline, sponsored by alumni-owned Sunbelt Business Advisor, part of the True North family of companies. Sunbelt serves business owners as Minnesota's largest seller of companies, and let's go to him. P.J., what do you hope the offense discovered there on that last drive?
Just execution. You know, we weathered a storm.
Didn't play very well in opening possessions, but I thought we weathered the storm well, came out and executed. I thought Drake got into a really good rhythm. I thought we mixed it up with the run game really well. They're doing a lot of good things on defense. We got to come play a way better second half, but I love our response. I love our response. Did not play well in the first half, but I love our response.
How do you feel about the defense through 2 quarters?
I tell you what, I loved it until the final drive, and we give up a sideline out, gave up a chunk play, can't give up a chunk play in that situation, but I've loved their response too. They've been out the field a long time since that last drive, so we got to regroup, we'll get them ready to go, and we'll respond in the second half.
That's the head coach, PJ Fleck, Grimmer.
All right, good work, JG. Alumni-owned Sunbelt Business Advisors should be on your team roster. If you're buying or selling a business, get your Sunbelt no-cost confidential business valuation today. Visit sunbeltminnesota.com. What a bizarre field goal. When that kicked, the whole crowd groaned because it looked like it was short and wide to the right, and then it just kept going and then kind of ducktailed in, and the next thing you know,
he had a little bit of hook.
He had a little something going,
because it looked like it was no good. It looked like a bad kick.
It did. Everyone in the crowd, it's a home crowd, all groaned at the contact. I thought it looked like he pushed right, and then the next thing you know, it's in, and he made it somehow. 10-7, it was a 6-play, 48-yard drive, covered 43 seconds. They did a great job of using timeouts as Minnesota was about to score. We talked about how talented that quarterback was, and they saved enough time for him to get their team into field goal range. They lead by 3. Cal 10, Minnesota 7. The halftime show coming up. It is sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from their field.
The University of Minnesota is excited to celebrate the 13th annual Celebrate Ag and Food Day when the Gophers host Rutgers on September 27th. Both during the broadcast on the Gopher Radio Network and inside Huntington Bank Stadium, the University of Minnesota College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences and the Gophers are thrilled to celebrate the agriculture and food industries that have long been the backbone of our state. The Gophers would like to thank presenting sponsors CHS, Compeer Financial, Undeniably Dairy, and Banks for their continued support.
Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemont is celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that move us forward. For generations, the tall columns and bright lights have made Pine Bend a landmark seen for miles. As a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, Flint Hills also celebrates the workers and innovations that make Pine Bend one of the nation's most advanced refineries. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Play for an Axe, Victory Bell, and Floyd. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
At Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law, we win for the right reasons. We win so medical bills get paid and futures are secured. We win so people can heal without being buried in debt. We win so injured workers get back their jobs, their lives. We win so you are heard. At Sieben Carey, winning means more than money. It means standing up for what's right with compassion and courage. If you or a loved one is injured, call Minnesota's original personal injury law firm, Sieben Carey. Accident lawyers who win.
Attention ranch dip lovers, your source for flavor is now arrived with Prairie Farms' new classic ranch dip. It starts with our award-winning sour cream blended with garlic, onion, parsley, and buttermilk to make a superior ranch dip that your taste buds will savor. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores and then visit prairiefarms.com for delicious recipes, coupons, and enter for your chance to win a dairy prize package. Support local dairy farmers with the delicious taste of Prairie Farms' classic ranch dip.
1, 2, 3. This is the Gopher Halftime Show, presented by Toyota on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield. Also brought to you by Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. And by Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward.
Cal leading Minnesota here in Berkeley, 10-7. It is Gopher Halftime, sponsored by Toyota. We have a special guest. We teased it a little bit there toward the end of the half. Let's go down to the field, and Justin Gard has our special halftime interview guest.
Thank you, Grimmer. I'm with former Gopher great Pete Nigerian, who's out here at Cal. And Pete, great to see you as always, number one. You've got a very active social media life, and you tweet from fields all over the country. And every time you tweet from out here, somebody goes, Pete, I thought you played for the Gophers. What's with all the Cal stuff? We're going to let you clear the decks and correct the record right now why this is such a special place for the Nigerian family.
It's ultra special. My father played here back in the late 1940s and went to a Rose Bowl. My uncle went here, did the same thing.
My brother John came out here for a cup of coffee once. My brother Paul was here for multiple years with Ron Rivera. He was the opposite side, outside linebacker. So my heart's here in a lot of different ways. I committed to Cal long ago, and then my dad talked me into going to the University of Minnesota. So I flipped and I went to the University of Minnesota. But there's so many people here, and I've been talking with Ron Rivera and a lot of the guys here at Cal. It's just a great group of guys, and I'll tell you what, you can't. This campus is unbelievable. I mean, it really is, and I know you've walked around too, but it's a special place for me. And I was born and raised in the Bay Area early, so I got a lot of different ties here.
So when you're watching the game tonight, give us your observations of, obviously, you're allowed to cheer for both teams, by the way. I'm not one of those weirdos that says you got to, put a line in the sand. But when your nephew's in the student section right now, you may have mentioned that. But as you kind of watch it, what are the emotions when a place that's so special plays another place that's so special?
It is. It's really special in a lot of different ways. I mean, obviously being a Golden Gopher, being a captain, all that kind of stuff. I'm lucky enough they threw me in the Hall of Fame. I don't know how they did that, but it was nice. But I'll tell you, it's been so much fun being here, and just all the pushing and pulling that goes on inside of me, because so many ties are to Cal, and yet I'm a Minnesota guy. So I'm just watching it as a guy who wants to watch these two teams that I think are very good, improving teams. Quarterbacks look pretty good. I'd like to see the offensive Gophers do a little bit more on the other side of the 50. We're not seeing much of that until the latter part of the second quarter. So interesting to watch. I think that Cal quarterback is a fun-looking kid too. He's a lefty, but he's a lefty who's doing a really good job for Cal.
Yeah, let's put your linebacker hat on here. How do you slow him down? Because it seems like when they've sent some pressure, it seems like it's gotten to him, but he's also getting out of it. And that last drive, one explosive play, and it's a field goal.
He's extremely mobile. I mean, I like what I've seen out of this kid, and I've seen him for the last couple of weeks. I think he's a special guy. I mean, their starting quarterback from last year is actually playing in Indiana right now. So he steps in and he looks like he was made to be here. I think he's a quality guy, throwing some great passes, some great catches too. I'll tell you what, some of the receivers are really, really impressive. But it's a back and forth game, and obviously very close. We thought it was going to be 7-7, but they made a pretty nice run down the field to get the field goal. So a lot of fun, man. I mean, just watching both these two teams and all the colors and everything, this is pretty outstanding.
So what do you think about the Gophers' young quarterback, Drake Lindsey, now 2.5 games into his career?
I like the way he throws the ball. I think that they've got to either give him a little bit more time or give him an opportunity to get outside the pocket once in a while. I like what I see out of him, though, and I know we've got great receivers. I like our offensive line, but they've been getting beat up a little bit by Cal. Cal surprised me because they're small. They're small on offense, they're small on defense, but they're playing really good football. I mean, we've got the size, we've got the strength, but right now they've got the lead at 10-7.
All right, last thing. Where can people watch you and see you? I mentioned your social media, which is fun. You give motivational messages every morning. I'm typically awake about 4 hours after that to read it. But tell people what you're up to and where they can follow you.
Well, Market Rebellion, I'm the co-founder with my brother John. We have a lot of fun. We're in the financial world, the options world specifically, and it's great. But I'm on Newsmax a lot. I did a hit on News Nation just the other day from out here in California, and every once in a while I do some stuff with Fox Business as well. So if they want to follow me anywhere, those are the spots, and a lot of the time I'll let people know when I'm going to be on and all the rest of it. So lots of fun, man. Lots of fun.
What time do you have to be up West Coast time to get into the options world? I mean, what time's the bell ring and you got to look at everything? That's early, brother.
It's pretty brutal. It's 6:30, but I got to tell you, when you close the day at 1 o'clock, that makes it pretty good. I went out golfing one day. I played 18 holes up in Tahoe, and I already had worked the day, so it's all great. What a day is that, right? So you never know. I might be back on the West Coast one of these days.
It's good to see you, brother. Thanks for sharing this place with us. It's been an awesome trip, and good luck to both your teams in the second half.
Oh, you guys are the best, man. I love them all, and say hi to Daryl for me up there in the booth, man. I love it out here. I think you guys can see why now.
I don't like the traffic, but the views are nice once you get where you want to go, right?
I'll tell you what, looking at Alcatraz, looking at San Francisco and the Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge, I mean, I think it's a special place.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
That's Pete Najarian, Chamber of Commerce for the Bay Area. That's his new job. You can go to sanfrancisco.com to book your trip right now.
Very good. Thanks, JG. Always great to hear from Pete. Does awesome work, and fun to hear that one. 10-7, Gophers trail Cal. Toyota brings you the halftime show, and this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
This is Mike Grimm, voice of the Golden Gophers. As a business owner, do you have a game plan in place to stay focused on safety and preventing claims? Let our team help support your business. Federated Insurance offers a customizable lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you continue your winning streak. At Federated Mutual Insurance Company, it's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Nothing beats the simple pleasures in life, like a clean spoon and a smooth, fresh jar of Skippy peanut butter spread. Try any Skippy variety, on for size. There's something to make everyone smile.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Austin Bartz of Bartz Lawn and Landscape and Bartz Snow Sculptures.
I started banking with North American, I think, 3.5 years ago. All the people know me by name. I know them by name. It's fun to come into the bank and actually talk to somebody you know. So I made the switch and I'm very happy. It's the best bank I've ever been at.
To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a little help starting your day? Your Twin Cities and St. Cloud area Chick-fil-A has delicious breakfast options just for you. Whether it's the Chicken Minis, Egg White Grill, or the classic Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit served on a freshly baked buttermilk biscuit. Enjoy breakfast with Chick-fil-A served until 10:30.
Gopher Football's Big Ten opener is a maroon out. Wear maroon and roll with us against Rutgers on September 27th. Get your tickets now at gophersports.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Minnesota. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back. We're at Memorial Stadium here in Berkeley. Cal, the homestanding Golden Bears, leading the road-tripping Golden Gophers 10-7 at the half. Scoreboard time brought to you by Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics. Let's take you through the Big Ten. Early games, Michigan knocked off Central Michigan in Ann Arbor 63-3. Oregon in Evanston beat the Wildcats 34-14. Home game, Nebraska beating Houston Christian 59-7. Maryland at home beat Towson 44-17. Wisconsin on the road at Alabama loses 38-14. A couple of ranked teams in action, including the Fighting Illini of Illinois at home, and they got a win over Western Michigan thanks in part to this.
The Illini down near the goal line, handoff to Fagan, puts his head down, powers in, touchdown! Touchdown, Illinois! There's a little breathing room. 16-0 Illinois. They went right down the field and punch it in from about a yard out.
Brian Barnhart on Fighting Illini Radio. They get the win 38-0. Ohio State at home struggled early. It was a tight game, 3-0 after one. Top-ranked Buckeyes beat the visiting Bobcats, though, 37-9, thanks to this.
Fake handoff, give on a reverse, and it's Smith coming from left to right. Coming left side to the 10, Smith to the 5, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith was wide right, circled around to the left. 17 yards on that play, adding to Ohio State's lead, which is now 36-9.
And 37-9 the final. That play didn't decide it, of course, but Smith gets the touchdown late. Other finals, Michigan State at home beat Youngstown State 41-24. USC on the road in West Lafayette beat the Boilermakers 33-17. Rutgers at home over Norfolk State 60-10. Number 2 Penn State beat Villanova 52-6. Iowa at home beat UMass 47-7. Indiana 73, Indiana State nothing. And last night, UCLA lost at the Rose Bowl at home to New Mexico 35-10. Cub brings you the scores. We'll have the rest of halftime when we come back. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Save money with Unleaded 88, also known as E15. Unleaded 88 costs on average 10 to 20 cents less than regular gas at the pump. In fact, in 2024, Minnesotans saved over $24 million at the pump with Unleaded 88. So find one of over 500 Minnesota stations offering Unleaded 88 at mnfuels.com or download the Minnesota Biofuels Locator app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and begin saving with Unleaded 88. Minnesota Biofuels Association. Minnesota-grown energy for today and tomorrow.
Minnesota football lives here.
Losing the football, and Minnesota's got it!
This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Spring cleaning is as easy as buy, fill, gone with a Bagster bag from Waste Management. Clear the clutter and ditch your debris. Bagster bags are the flexible option for big cleanups, and we mean flexible. The Bagster folds neatly when not in use, yet holds 3,000 pounds of waste and debris. Buy from a retailer today, fill it, and easily schedule pickup when your projects are complete. To learn more, visit thebagster.com.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources, Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Ordway Center, celebrating 25 years of supporting the Flint Hills Family Festival. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Welcome back. The Toyota halftime show rolls on here from Cal. Cal leading Minnesota 10-7. Gophers will get the ball, though, to start half number 2. Let's take you through the scoring. Cal got on the board first, late first quarter. It was a 3-yard reception to DeJesus. The kick was good. It was 7-0 with 2:54 left in that first quarter. Then late in the second quarter, there was no scoring between that, and the Gophers went on a nice long drive, 69 yards, 16 plays, 5 third-down conversions, and it was spotted inside the one on third and goal, and Minnesota hit pay dirt. It's a spin and a handoff to Davis, and he is in, but a flag flies at the goal line, and it will be encroachment is the signal here, and Minnesota will have a touchdown. Cam Davis.
Defense, that finished the time, result of the play, touchdown.
The Gophers are in the end zone with their first touchdown of the game. And that made it 7-7 after the extra point. And then Cal drives the ball 48 yards in 6 plays over 43 seconds. They get a 45-yard field goal that limps over the goalpost, and it's 10-7 at the half. Half number 2 is coming up. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
The University of Minnesota is excited to celebrate the 13th annual Celebrate Ag and Food Day when the Gophers host Rutgers on September 27th. During the day, the University of Minnesota College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences and the Gophers will celebrate tireless efforts in the agriculture industry. The Gophers would like to thank the following participating sponsors: Ag Country Farm Credit, Minnesota Biofuels Association, Minnesota Corn Growers Association, Minnesota Pork Board, and the University of Minnesota's College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences for their continued support.
We are gathered here to... what's with the blanket?
Oh, it's my Securian blanket. It's an unsubtle metaphor for the security I feel knowing I have smart insurance and retirement solutions from Securian Financial.
I see. And sir, do you also trust Securian Financial with your insurance and retirement solutions?
I do.
Prepare for your future. Talk to your employer, affinity group, or a financial professional to get started. Learn more at Securian.com. Insurance issued by subsidiary companies. Securian Financial Services. Member FINRA.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Midland Hills Country Club is well known as one of the finest golf clubs in the Twin Cities. The club has completely renovated its classic Seth Rayner designed course back to its original design. Enjoy a meticulously maintained course in a newly renovated ballroom and patio accommodating up to 300 guests in smaller breakout rooms, along with an executive boardroom overlooking the beautiful course. The club offers a great golf experience in a comfortable social atmosphere and is conveniently located just 10 minutes from either downtown. Visit MidlandHillsCC.org.
At our
RBC Wealth Management, helping the communities where we live and work, is at the heart of what we do. That's why we're proud to partner with Gopher Sports on Goldie's Family. At every Gopher home game, Goldie's Family gives a family staying at the Ronald McDonald House an exclusive game day experience. By supporting our youth and their families, RBC Wealth Management strives to make tomorrow better for everyone in our communities. RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, SIPC.
Just about ready for second half football from Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. Minnesota trailing 10-7. Gophers will get the ball to start here. Coy Parrish, after one of Cal's touchdowns, nearly popped a kick return. He has not had a kick return for a touchdown. In fact, he's only had one return this year, and that was it. They don't have guys that can kick it deep into the end zone, so maybe he can put him in good field position here. Gophers, that was such a huge touchdown, though, right before half, DT.
It was absolutely a big touchdown. Great job by the offensive line, giving our quarterback time, a couple nice seams for the running backs, and then Drake Lindsay able to manage and get his team down the field. So very, very nice. Would have been nice to get out with 7-7, but that quarterback with Cal Sapuatelli doing an outstanding job with his team.
Murray kicks this one deep, and it does sail into the end zone about 4 yards deep. Parrish lets it sail over his head, and Minnesota will have the touchback. One of the few touchbacks Cal kickers have had here in this early season. So a key drive here. Both these teams, by the way, DT, this is kind of a pivotal game for both, even though it's non-conference. Just looking at the Cal schedule, this Cal team, if they get by this and go 3-0, and they're in the ACC, right? There are 4 ranked teams in the ACC, and Georgia Tech's about to be ranked. Yeah. They play none of those teams. So they can make a run here with this quarterback, and they're excited about it. So they are feeling good. The Gophers at 2-0, if they can get a road win here, get a bye week, and then start Big Ten play with Rutgers at home, they would be feeling pretty good as well. So kind of a pivotal non-conference game. Lindsay to throw on first down on a straight drop, flushed, and is breaking one tackle, but it'll be a sack. Close to a late hit after he went down the first time, and he's dropped at the 20 and a loss of 5. Coverage sack there, it looked like. He had time, but just never found anyone to get to.
At time, I think tomorrow when they look at this film, they say, I just need to get rid of the ball. Once I go for my first option, my second option, sail the ball over the coach's head over on the sideline and live to play another down. Don't put your team down in a second down and 16 situation.
Bowlers, the man on the sack, his first sack of the year, 6'3", 305, a fifth-year player, was 3 years at Wisconsin, now year 2 at Cal. Running back is Ijiboy on 2nd and 15. Not the way they wanted this drive to start here to start the third quarter. Under center, and a handoff to Ijiboy trying the outside. Breaks one tackle and has a gain of about 4. Oh, and then a potential late hit. The Gopher coach is going nuts, wanting the flag. That was Massis along with Ulawabe. Ulawabe missed the tackle the first time, and then I think they thought he kind of piled on late. The Gopher coaches thought so. A potential late hit. A gain of 2, and it'll be 3rd down and 12. 3rd and 13, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Ijiboy doing a nice job there, getting out to the edge on that play, showing a little bit of a couple of little shakes, but unfortunately then there couldn't quite break enough tackles to get it down in a 3rd down and manageable. 3rd down and 13, tough.
Gophers on 3rd down. They had 5 3rd down conversions on that final scoring drive. 3 3rd down conversions, I beg your pardon. Yeah, it was 5, and it was all there. Here's a throw over the middle. Oh, and man, it's going to be an interference as Javon Tracy had his man beat to the inside Austin, and he got tackled as he made a deep cut, and that will bring up an automatic first down for Minnesota.
Yeah, that ball is a little bit high, but if Tracy had an opportunity to catch that, he most likely would have caught it. That was certainly pass interference there.
He got hit early, so the Gophers will move the sticks here on 3rd and 13.
Pass interference. Defense, number 4. By rule, the ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So the spot of the foul is just beyond the stick, so it's about a 14-yard penalty, so to speak. If it's beyond that, then it becomes a 15-yard penalty. And, boy, the spot of the foul looked like it was out across the 40 on that replay. Maybe the contact started early enough that they say it was at the, yeah, well, no, it looked like more like the 41. But they put it at the 36. First down, Minnesota. Cam Davis now the runner, solo in the backfield. Brockington slight motion left, play action. He wings it to Brockington on the slant, and it's caught in front of Austin, and it's a gain of 14 to midfield. Well, they spot him a yard short of midfield at the 49. And there's an injured party on the play. That's Isaiah Crosby, the Colorado's make that the junior college transfer, a strong safety.
Nice pass there by Drake Lindsay. Get a little isolation on the backside on the kind of post route there with Lemecki Brockton. Lemecki becoming more and more consistent as a receiver, getting more opportunities.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. 13:21 to go here in this third quarter. Gophers trail 10-7. A happier way to healthcare starts with Coop Health. Say goodbye to complicated paperwork and surprise bills. For more info, visit coophealth.com. coophealth.com. So they're attending to the injured player. That was Crosby. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. He's off the field. And now they finally get the guys back and lined up. Hey, if you're looking for a great career that offers training and opportunities to advance, then visit careers.marsden.com. Careers.marsden.com to see current openings. First down Minnesota from their own 49. So they go from third down deep in their own territory to drawing a pass interference, and then they'll hook up with Brockington, and they're out near midfield.
And one of the best ways to slow down Sandro Portelli is for him to be over on the sideline. The offensive line for the Gophers doing a much better job here in the second and third quarter.
4 catches for Brockington, ties a career high for him. And a season high for any receiver. Here's a quick hitting pass, bobbled but caught by Ejeboy, and then he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. The bobble cost him some chance to maybe separate and accelerate. And Potador on the stop.
Yeah, that's one of the few plays early here in the game where we really missed Darius Thomas. He is so dangerous coming out of the backfield. Really good hands. Him playing receiver in high school really benefited him.
So a loss of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line. Ejeboy back into the game. He made the bobbling catch on the last play, was out the play before. 2nd and 11 here, they're showing blitz. It's a straight handoff to Ejeboy, trying to find the corner, turns it up, and got back to the line of scrimmage originally for Relly, the linebacker. And now, after whizzing the ball a couple of times and drawing a pass interference and a completion, back-to-back handoffs make it 3rd and 10. I guess it was a pass, wasn't it, to Ejeboy, the first play?
Yeah, it was a pass, and there Ejeboy on the kind of the stretch play, trying to get out to the perimeter and read that tackle tight end play. Cal did a nice job of penetration in the backfield, not giving him anywhere to go. This is fairly obvious passing situation here, 3rd down and 10.
Gophers on 3rd down, 5 of 9. Wanting to throw, Lindsay has plenty of time, fires far side into traffic. It's intercepted. Was he inbounds? It was. 3rd interception. He caught it right along the sideline and then went out of bounds. So it's a completion on an interception at the 37-yard line. Hezekiah Masses. He has all 3 Cal interceptions, and that was a poor throw by the redshirt freshman into a double team. He didn't layer the ball where he needed to.
No, he didn't. I tell you, then they call him Zeke Masses here. He just is a smooth defensive back right there. Actually just runs the route for Lemecki. Lemecki's got to finish that and kind of continue to fight back towards that ball. But unfortunately there, Zeke able to run that ball underneath and pick it off and get the ball back for Cal.
Turnover number 1 for Minnesota. We'll take a break. Gophers trail at 10-7. Cal will have it from its own 37 from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Gophers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pre-game routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Gopher Pride, powered locally.
Near sideline in the end zone. Caught it! Touchdown!
This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Some things are easier said than done, like packing your carry-on and getting everything to fit. Other things are easier done than said, like getting $350 cash back when you open a new TrueStone checking account, so you can bag back some cash back to stash in your backpack. Hard to say, but easy to do, because our digital switch kit makes setting up your new TrueStone checking account practically effortless. Easy and $350? It's true, because we're TrueStone. Open by December 31st, and within 60 days, set up a $5,000 direct deposit and e-statements. Membership required.
This is Mike Grimm. Are you in need of high-quality concrete for your project? Then look no further than AVR, your trusted concrete supplier. Whether it's a new driveway, a patio, or a parking lot, AVR has you covered. With the iconic red and white trucks delivering top product across the entire metro area. Visit avrconcrete.com. AVR, quality and service delivered. AVR, a McNamara company, and a proud sponsor of Golden Gopher Football. First turnover tonight goes to Cal on an interception, and they lead at 10-7, and they're in good field position from their own 37-yard line. Gopher defense back out there trying to slow down Songapolatele, the quarterback who in that first half was 18 for 26, 241 yards passing, and 1 touchdown. They were allowing just 65 passing yards to Gopher defense coming in, and again, obviously a step lower in competition. Running back is Raphael, out of a pistol set, tight end to the left, 2 receivers wider that way, boundary side to the right with a receiver. Straight drop this time, wanting to throw the freshman. Now he's flushed from the pocket. Oh, a bad hold on Eastern, no call. And the quarterback fumbled it out of bounds. Are they going to call that a pass? And if it is, it would be grounding anyway. Way back at the 21. Boy, what a bad mistake by the freshman. Songapolatele, if he just throws the ball into the stands past the line of scrimmage, and we know he has the arm to, the ball's all the way out back to the line of scrimmage. He went down at the 21-yard line. That's a 16-yard
better
sack.
job by Anthony Smith, taking an angle to not allow him to break contain on that play.
At the last minute, he kind of shoveled the ball out of bounds. It would have been grounding because there was no receiver and it didn't cross the line of scrimmage anyway. And now he wants to throw on second and long. Pumps it and now throws underneath through the hands of Raphael and incomplete. He would have gotten, 8, 9, 10 yards anyway. Baranowski was kind of standing and waiting along with Kingsbury, but it would have been a positive gain. So now 3rd and forever, 3rd and 26. That was a 16-yard sack on first down. And that's a play that certainly the very fine offensive coordinator, Brian Harzan, the former Boise State head coach, will talk to him about in film session.
Well, both of those last 2 plays, throwing the ball away and then just setting your feet and making a nice play. Don't get rattled right here. Hopefully he's still a little bit rattled. We can get out of here with the punt.
Gophers need no penalties. They need to cover well to throw. Pressure comes again. He'll wing it down the near side, and it is caught, but was he out of bounds? He was out of bounds. He landed out of bounds by DeJesus. Garrison Monroe in coverage. There was a little contact there, and even had it been complete, it would have been short of the first, but it will be a punting situation. So the Gophers just a straight jailbreak situation there.
Yeah, it was a jailbreak situation. Also, a nice job of coming with contain on that play, not allowing him to get flushed out of the pocket. He still threw that ball. It was a tremendous catch on that play by Jesus. Just was out of bounds.
Logan Loya deep to return, not Coy Parrish. Loya wearing Darrell Thompson's number 39. He can't wear 17 because Nestor is also in punt coverage, or punt return, the other 17. So here's the kick. We'll have to keep monitoring that. Loya catches and then hesitates, and that cost him as he goes down right at the point of the catch at about the 36-yard line. But good job defensively. The Gophers forced a ton of pressure that time, sped him up. Darryl, you've mentioned that a lot. You got to speed the young guy up. They did that time. We'll find out why Parrish wasn't necessarily back deep there when we come back. Stay with us. Gophers down by 3 from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
Wouldn't it be great if every time you bought a cup of Holiday coffee, you got credit toward a free cup? And wouldn't it be great if that worked on other stuff at Holiday too? Well, join the club. Holiday Rewards. It's so easy. Just enter your phone number at checkout and you're in the club. We'll track your purchases toward free fountain drinks, coffee, cookies, sandwiches, hot dogs, and more. So don't forget to enter your phone number at checkout to join the club. Holiday Rewards. Here for you at Holiday. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Gopher Athletics has over 140 years of history, but every year brings a new beginning. Through the Golden Gopher Fund, you can directly support the success of our 600 student athletes who wear the maroon and gold and boost all 22 programs to victory. As a member, you'll join a passionate community, gain access to unique benefits and experiences, and leave a lasting impact. Support the Golden Gopher Fund today by contacting the Golden Gopher Fund at ggf@umn.edu.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
Hey, honey, the battery light on my dash lit up. I think I'll take it to a shop today.
Really? I can take care of that.
Are you sure?
Of course. Okay, got my battery. Let's just drop it in and...
Are you okay out there?
I think so.
Should my car be smoking like that?
Some things are better left to the professional. When you need your vehicle fixed, trust your local repair facility. And when you need a battery, trust FVP. Visit FVPparts.com for an installer near you.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services with 18 Twin Cities locations. Washburn McCreevy is celebrating more than 165 years of serving Minnesota. When the time comes to remember a loved one and to celebrate life, let Washburn McCreevy guide you. Go to washburnmccreevy.com to find out more. Since 1857, Washburn McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established. Gopher fans, turn to the experts at CenterPoint Energy for high-efficiency natural gas equivalent rebates for your home and business. See why using natural gas is better for the budget and the environment. For more info, go to centerpointenergy.com/save-energy. Gophers have hopefully saved enough energy up to try to take the lead here. They're down 3 at Cal, 10-7. Third quarter, 10:28 to play, and in decent field position now at their own 36-yard line. Mike Grimm and Darrell Thompson with you from the Federated Insurance Broadcast Booth. JG is on the Minnesota sideline. We have a cast of thousands here. We want to thank our engineer on site, Raul Velez, our producer, Lacey Williams, our spotter is Paul Lilly. And Drake Lindsay now under center on first down. The running back is Cam Davis. He's got the handoff, waits, and finds a little sliver of space and good positive yards out to the 40, a gain of 4. The stop made by Ferrelli, the inside linebacker, 2nd and 6 for the maroon and gold, wearing all white except for the hats. Maroon helmets and then white pants, white jerseys. Cal Gold shirts, blue pants, blue helmet. It's a gold out tonight, but I don't think everyone got the memo.
No, I got the memo.
You did. You got the gold for the Gophers. Davis stays in at running back. Double tights, one each side. On 2nd and 6. Gophers down by 3. Corner blitz comes, and now a marker. And what do we got here? False start on...
False start. Offense.
The receiver.
Number 11. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That's Javon Tracy. So you go from 2nd and 6 to 2nd and 11. New personnel package comes in. Tight end comes out. Tracy comes out as well. Matt Simon talking to him. I think he got spooked by the cornerback was blitzing.
Yeah, a lot of times when they kind of come from the perimeter, it's kind of hard if you know who's going to adjust your hot or who's going to block them. All those different things go through your mind.
And so the play wasn't going to amount to much anyway, so at least you saved the down here. Not that it was on purpose, obviously. Lindsey on a straight drop, no play action. Fires over the middle to Brockington. Caught at midfield. Spins out of 1, spins out of 2, inside the 45, and hauled in at the 43, make it the 42-yard line. Great job by Brockington, who's having maybe his best game as a Golden Gopher DT.
I think he's having the best game. I think that's his 5th catch, just doing an outstanding job of catching the ball downfield. And those aren't all easy catches, but they're contested. He's making spin moves and picking up first downs. Excellent game for Lemecki.
Austin in coverage and on the tackle as well. That's a pickup of 23. Brockington now 5 catches, 78 yards. Running back now, Ijaboy. Waits and now listens for Lindsey to change the play. Now he sets up. Under center is Lindsey. Spinning, handoff Ijaboy. Tries the left side. Presses it, works his way inside the 40, and a good positive gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards to the 37-yard line. A stop made by Massis and Ferrelli, and Minnesota picks up a full 5 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 5.
also think that we're seeing the offensive line doing a much better job, Mike. Early in the game, kind of struggling, and people running free. The second quarter, third quarter here, offensive line, given, as we see Ojibwe there, the line of scrimmage, he bounced that ball a little bit outside, finds a seam, lowers his pad level, able to pick up 5 yards on first down.
Ojibwe now at 56 yards on 11 carries, averaging just over 5 yards a pop. 2nd and 5 here. He's got the handoff again left side. Big hole inside the 30. Has the first down and angled out at the 26-yard line by Pirelli. Move the sticks in Minnesota, approaching the red zone. In fact, they'll give him even a yard more. Let's say the 25-yard line before it's all said and done.
Yeah, and Pete Najeri did a good job. Made a point. He said when you see a team that's a little bit smaller up front, eventually that weight of a Big Ten team starts to wear on you, and you can see here the weight of this Big Ten team might be starting to wear a little bit on this Cal defense here.
Ojibwe checks out. In now is Davis to give Ojibwe a break. He's up to 68 rushing yards now. Double tights, wide side to the right, receiver that way. Hand off to Davis. He's got a sliver of space, more than that, and he's up in it inside the 20. Massis brings him down at about the 18 and a gain of 8 in that offensive line, Darryl. You're right. They're starting to push.
Well, I think they also might have found a couple of mismatches over there that they like, and they're starting to settle in over there. But you give a running back the line of scrimmage, he's going to love it, and one-on-one with safeties and corners is where you want to be.
Jalen Wayne, the linebacker, has been in there. Defensive end, in essence, double tights again. Again, the handoff to Davis, and he turns it up close to the first down. Let's see if they move the sticks. He landed right near the line to gain. It looks like it's just short. Pirelli brings him down. It looks like 3rd and about half a yard.
Yeah, another nice run. Actually, they had some penetration, Cal, and he got forced upfield, and Cam does a very nice job of getting his weight down, getting underneath there and forcing a 3rd down and short here. This actually leaves you a couple options if you think that maybe you might want to go for it on 4th down if there's that opportunity.
EJ was kind of begging for a review, didn't get it. I thought Livey landed right on the line to gain. Oh, no, and now Nathan Roy jumps, but did somebody jump in instead? PJ's asking for someone jumping in. PJ emphatic over there, signaling something that maybe there was a guy clapping. Now, that's the new rule. Defenses can't clap and they can't simulate. Now, the rule is always you can't simulate signals, but it's even more strict now this year, and it results in a delay of game if they call it. That's what PJ, I think, is lobbying for. And let's have a listen.
Delay game. Defense, number 88. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
So that's exactly what's called. I mentioned it's a delay of game if you simulate, and it's more, you can't even mimic the sound now. That's more, if it's a clap, defense can't clap anymore. Defense can't yell the same things the offense yells to start a play. And that's the first time we've seen this rule implemented in a Gopher game. So that moves it an automatic first down to just outside the 10. If they got the nose of the ball to the goal line, they would have a first down. Let's just punch it in instead. Davis, the lone running back, 6:08 and counting. Gophers down 3. They're in field goal range, but they love a TD here. It's a straight handoff to Davis, and he is smothered after a gain of about 1 to the 10. There's some late action there as well. Let's go to JG.
Where PJ Fleck just told one of the officials that he loves him because he made the call. So that's what I'm talking about, Bill. You'll know who Bill is, Grim. You've got the list. But a nice moment down here between the head coach and one of the officials after that delay of game.
Well, according to my list, there is no one named Bill, but fair enough. Remember, that was the play. What game was it last year? Penn State, where it was USC, where he told him I loved him on the quarterback sneak overturn. Here's Lindsey, wants to throw, has time, waits, fires over the middle. Tracy, incomplete, but a flag flies by the back judge. The man in coverage was Massis, and he may have arrived a tick early. Oh, and now they're going to talk it over. They want to make sure the back judge, don't let him talk you out of it there, pal. But I think he might get talked out of it. He just actually was looking up at the big screen on the replay. As they continue to talk, it would be 1st and goal from the 2 if they call the penalty. The flag flew. He was holding him there with that left arm.
I don't see him picking up the flag on this one.
Let's
see if they review it.
It's not reviewable. You can't review a interference penalty. But it looked like from behind, I see what the back judge saw. His left arm was holding the Gopher, Javon Tracy's left arm.
prior to the pass, holding.
Yep, there you go.
Defense, number 5. That penalty is half the distance to the goal, and an automatic first down.
So holding, I thought that he was holding his arm on the replay. The ball was technically in the air, though, when you watch the replay. But it's half the distance. It's not to the 2 because it's not pass interference, but that's fine. And now it's second and like 4.5. You can, as we mentioned, get the first and 4.5 because that defensive holding results in an automatic first down. And so now it is first and goal, not first and 4.5. So you wipe the sticks out. It's an automatic first down. Davis, the running back. Gophers down 3, trying to punch it in and grab the lead here. 5:20 and counting. Handoff Davis. Stutter steps, lowers the shoulder, pushes forward inside the 5 before the stat gets pushed back. A gain to about the 3, a gain of 2. McCullough, the first man there, a linebacker. And it'll be second and goal from the 3. This is quite a drive going right now. This will be the 10th play of the drive upcoming. It's taken now 5:20 off the clock, and it's covered 62 yards.
That's exactly how you want to start out the second half, have this opportunity for your team to go down, take time off the clock, let their quarterback cool off a little bit over on the sideline, and hopefully punch it in here in the end zone.
Offset eye now. The running back Davis along with Bierman, the fullback. Spinning, play action, waiting, lobbing. It's Gears, and he caught it. What a grab. Took it up and over McCullough. And now what do we have? Celebration here. And it's a touchdown. Is there a marker down? The officials are coming together.
I think so.
On the far back in line, there's a marker.
Or is that a blow?
No, there is a marker. I mean, the special teams units are both on for both teams. The TV camera, the cords over there came into play on that flag that kind of dragged it out of the field of play as they were trying to get on the field to film it.
There is no foul for an illegal substitution on the defense. Result of the play is a touchdown.
All right, so the Gophers will take the touchdown and take the lead, 13-10, and what a drive that was. Gears on the catch, his second touchdown of the year. He got the first one of the year in the opener against Buffalo. Snap back, Denneberg's kick is up, and it is good. And Minnesota has its first lead of the night in Berkeley. 4:36 to play, third quarter. Golden Gophers 14, Golden Bears 10. 9 plays, 64-yard drive, covered 5:52. Lindsey to Gears on a great go up and grab it with all 10 fingers catch in the end zone, and Minnesota has the lead. The drive summary sponsored by Affinity Plus. With this and all scoring drives this season, Affinity Plus donates $150 to Special Olympics, Minnesota. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
With corn rootworm costing farmers up to $1 billion a year, you need the right strategy. Introducing Durastack trait technology, featuring 3 powerful modes of action to strike corn rootworm at full force, outsmart, outmaneuver, and outmatch their every move with the industry's first triple BT protein stack built for corn rootworm control. Take back your yield potential. Make your move at Durastack.com. Available for the 2027 season.
Hey Gophers, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design Minnesota t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Minnesota in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Gophers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pre-game routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Gopher Pride, powered locally.
United Healthcare is a proud presenting partner of the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games because we share their vision of a world where everyone belongs and ability triumphs. We stand with the Special Olympics athletes, families, and communities as a proud supporter, just as we stand with our members every step of their journey of health, because we know what it means to have a personal cheering section and supporter on your side when you move through life's obstacles and get back into the race. United Healthcare, your hometown healthcare plan.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Football.
Welcome back. Gophers get the lead, 14-10. Let's go to Justin Garter with the Stephen Carey sideline update.
Head coach B.J. Fleck about as active as he has been all night here in this second half. He's been up and down the bench the last couple of possessions. Just spent some time with the receivers, spent some time with the running backs, and then the offensive line. He also, feels like an hour ago, spent time with the defensive line right after they came back. You remember they had the big sack on first down, or second down, I think it was. Anthony Smith was able to get him there. And basically, they were talking about just continuing to keep the pressure on Cal here and rush with those guys. Coy Parrish actually came down, even though he didn't return that last punt. He came down to the defensive line as well to pretty much relay that same message, to keep the pressure on up front.
Yep, defense has been much more effective when blitzing tonight. We'll see if that continues. It looks like on the numbers they blitzed about 25% of the time, and on those possessions or on those plays, things have gone well. So we'll see if they do that a little bit more as they did on that last series. Denneberg approaches the kick, and his right foot puts it into the air and sails it into the end zone. And who we playing? Cal will get it at the 25-yard line. Right now, let's pause for an affiliate salute presented by Minnesota Corn, proud to create opportunities for family farmers while enhancing the quality of life for rural communities. And all Minnesotans learn more at mncorn.org. 10 seconds on the Gophers Sports Network. (14-10) Gophers, 4:36 to go, third quarter. Here's a handoff to High, trying the right side, finds just a little bit of space, and then a swarming group of Gophers knock him down after a friendly slot gain of 3. The ball may have popped out. Gophers signaling that they have it. Carter Menz on the stop.
Blue on the field, so runners full fires to a stop. It's second down.
So the ball did pop out, but his forward progress stopped. Devin Williams on the tackle. I think Cal's going to sub here, and let's see if Minnesota... See if they whistle down here. Now the center judge will come in and stop only because the tight end came in. And now the Gophers will send in Anthony Smith and Nate Becker late. And now Carter Menz will come out down to 10 to snap. And now Devin Eastern, he's got a hustle and he sprints out. The snap is off. He just did get off. Throw over the far side and it's caught by the tight end. That's Johnson, short of the first down, but at about the 32-yard line.
Where again you see the substitution where a team subs late and our team tried to sub in late, tried to take advantage and run a little bit of time off the clock, but still another nice throw by Sandra Blutello right there, finding his receiver over on the perimeter. Coy able to get him out of bounds, but makes it a third down and short situation.
They might review this to see if Eastern got off in time. The 12-man is reviewable. The center judge does leave. That is also part of a new rule now. You can't lollygag off the field to try to force them to call a timeout. You have to sprint, and if you're lollygagging, that can become a 12-man on the field penalty. And
there might have been a little lollygagging going on there.
And we'll see if he got off in time. There's also supposed to be just a little bit more wiggle room if he's making an honest effort to get off. If you're a step away, there's supposed to be a touch more wiggle room. Because it is a long run for some of those big guys.
Yeah, especially
and they can gas out, you're running 40 yards across field. The big thing here is if it's ruled that, then the penalty goes in place, and it would be, I think, a first down. So Eastern's running out. By the way, this review brought to you by Planet Fitness. The official's going to make a judgment here, but you won't be judged at Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. Go to planetfitness.com to learn how you can join the judgment-free zone. So if they are going to offer a little more wiggle room, I think they should offer it here. His foot, he was like elevated. He was about to the sideline. He was in midair coming off. They're still looking at it here. It was not called on the field. And they continue to look at it. Our replay official tonight is Mark McKinney, I beg your pardon. Our referee tonight is Nate Black. Long look at it here as they're trying to dive into it.
Still got to figure out who Bill is.
Yeah. Let's listen to the announcement.
After further review, illegal substitution, defense, 5-yard penalty, it's still second down.
So PJ talking to the official over there. So the Gophers tried to get a little fancy there, and it didn't pay off. So it's a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be second down, not a first down. So wipe off. Now PJ wants to talk it over with the referee and saying, I'm sure his contention is the center judge left too early. The center judge is supposed to wait, but he's not going to wait as long. That is part of the new rule this year. There's just been a few tweaks, and that was one of them. So did they they counted 5-yard penalty, so it's now second, and they moved the 5 yards, I'm assuming, so now it's 2nd and 2. Quarterback waits, and it is a handoff to High, and he gets outside. He's got the corner, turn to the 40, and out of bounds at midfield. Aiden Gooseby shoulders him out at the 49 of Minnesota. Big gainer there as the toss sweep works to the Cal Bears' benefit. They trail it, though, 14-10, Minnesota the lead.
Yeah, that's one of the few times that High's got to the perimeter at all so far for Cal. They have not had that many runs that long this afternoon. They've been pretty limited.
That time the Gophers subbed, and they waited for the Gopher to get all the way to the sideline before they signaled ready to play. Here's a handoff to High again, and another big hole, and another big gain to the 36-yard line, a gain of 14 before John Nestor hauls him in.
It looked like there might have been a little bit more if I would have stayed out on the perimeter that time.
So now they move the sticks to the 36, getting it done on the ground and not through the air with their talented freshman quarterback. This time he is going to play action, wings it over the middle. Good catch over there by Grizel, and a gain of 11, make it 12 to the 24. Boy, this offense gets humming a little bit, and they are fast-paced. Parrish on the coverage and the tackle.
I guess that also was a tremendous pass by Sandra Putelli on that play, just to sit down there and throw that ball to his receiver, sat down in the zone there. Get them in the red zone.
Gophers get a couple of more defensive tackles in. Carter Menz comes out, Devin Eastern comes out, and now they'll set the play in motion with 15 to snap. Sangapalatelli waiting, wants to throw, has time, whistles at far side, has his man inside the 20 and into the red zone in front of Coy Parrish. Make that Devin Williams, and it's Mason Minnie on the stop, and they are clicking along here on a gain of 7. It'll be second down. We'll call it a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Well, things will really click along when you get your run game going, and they've had their run game going on this drive. That really opens things up.
Cal at 280 yards, Minnesota 232. De Jesus now the back in the backfield. And it is going to be a little run-pass option, and he wings it out to De Jesus, who has the first down inside the 15 and out of bounds at about the 13. Devin Williams angled him out. That's the old Urban Meyer play. And those are the plays you got to watch for the lineman potentially being downfield a little bit if that throw goes beyond the line of scrimmage.
Not much happened on that play. All the linemen, they weren't downfield. They'll give them a little bit of grace, 1 or 2 yards. But Sandra Putelli doing a nice job there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he caught it behind the line of scrimmage. 55, their big right tackle was well down the line, but if he caught it behind the line, that's all right. To throw is the quarterback. He fires it right, and it's caught inside the 10 to the 9. John Nestor in coverage, De Jesus the catch, and Sangapalatelli has some stuff going on this drive. His team under a minute to go third quarter, down by 4.
Yeah, I can see Nestor a little bit frustrated, but just with the accuracy of Sangapalatelli, not giving the defensive backs any opportunity to get to the ball.
No one in the backfield now next to the quarterback. He does throw it out. It's caught and then broken up and incomplete. Intended target over there, the running back, Kendrick Raphael, through his hands. And it'll be third down. Gophers would love to hold to a field goal. They'd love even more to force a turnover.
Big third down here. Got to figure out a way to get just a little bit of pressure on Sangapalatelli. Don't let him stand back there and pat the ball.
Let's see if they send a blitz here. Carmo is into the game. He would be a candidate to chase after the quarterback. 4 receivers left, including the running back, Raphael. Nobody split right now. Raphael goes in motion, and he'll come to the right. Waiting, whizzing, catching inside the 5, spins out and scores. Touchdown, Minnie. The tight end, they had him hit short of the first, and he spun out of that tackle and into the end zone for the touchdown.
And one of the few times on that drive we did not pressure rush 3 and just saw the blue tail just had too much time in the backfield to be able to find his receiver downfield, and he does a nice job of running after the catch. Got to wrap him up and bring him down. There was about
Carmo and Nestor,
4 or 5 gophers that had the opportunity.
Carmo and Nestor both had hands on him wrapping, and he just broke out of it. Nestor was trying to rip the ball and whiffed on that part of it, and that allowed the breaking of the tackle, and the extra point kick is up and good. Yeah, I'm a bit baffled not to pressure on that play, 3rd down. They just made it an easy pitch and catch. 17-14, Cal the lead. 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. A 9-play, 75-yard drive, and it covered 4-16. Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, family-owned, and celebrating over 165 years of serving families in the Twin Cities. Proud supporter of Gopher football. Visit the webpage at washburnmccreevy.com. Now, it's response time again for the Golden Gophers.
Absolutely, it's response time, and we have responded, for the most part here late in the 2nd quarter, so far in the 3rd quarter. We're going into the 4th quarter just about here, but it's time for response offensively and in particular defensively, Mike. We need to have some time before the end of this game. We need to have a takeaway, interception, a fumble, a punch out. Something needs to happen, or wrap a guy up and bring him down when the Caffrey catches the ball.
Yeah, that would, who knows what Cal would have done, but if they wrap him up where Carmo and Nestor connected, it's short of the first down by about a yard at about the 5 or 6 yard line. And you could kick the field goal there. I think they probably would have gone for it, and maybe they score, but at least get to that 4th down and make them decide.
Yeah, correct. And I can see them kicking a field goal there too. Who really knows, but they scored a touchdown, so it's irrelevant.
It sure is. The kick, and Parrish is deep, and the kick by Murray is going to be returnable for Parrish from the 2-yard line near side. Gets to the numbers to the 10 to the 15, crossing the field, puts on one move, and then got shoelaced at the 20. He slaps the floor or the turf as he hits. If he gets his feet up a little higher not to get those shoelaces hit, he may have had some more green space to run there. But just an 18-yard return, and Minnesota will have it at the 21-yard line. 17-14, the Golden Gophers trail. Gopher fans, don't miss out on the Gopher Gardens, the pregame fan fest presented by Huntington Bank. It's located on Oak Street outside the stadium for every home game. Gopher Garden opens 3 hours before every game at home. Catch the Gopher football pregame show with Justin Gard, enjoy the Pride of Minnesota marching band, and experience all the excitement leading up to kickoff. Davis, the running back. Under center is Lindsey. Hand off to Davis, right side, cuts back. He got shoelaced as well across the 25. Good run, though, out to about the 27. TJ Bowler is a big defensive tackle, got a paw on there, and bear trapped him just a little bit, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've got 1 quarter to play here in Berkeley, and Minnesota down by 3, 17-14. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
No big deal, but you've been earning Kohl's Cash for 20 years. That's 2 decades of checkout wins. To celebrate, enter our month-long sweepstakes for a chance to win $200 in Kohl's Cash. Plus, save on fall faves during the Customer Appreciation event now. Yep, 2 decades of Kohl's Cash is a big deal. Shop Kohl's and brag accordingly. Coupon in September 21st. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit 1 prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohls.com for official rules and details.
Minnesota Gopher Premium Suites are your ticket to unforgettable game days.
Steps into the circle, he scores!
Enjoy exclusive amenities, prime views, and a private space to cheer on the maroon and gold with friends, family, or clients. Whether you're closing deals or making memories, a premium suite takes your Gopher game day experience to the next level. Elevates for a 3. Got it! Don't miss out. Suites are limited. Visit gophersports.com/premium. Elevate your game day experience.
This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield. Need a little help starting your day? Your Twin Cities and St. Cloud area Chick-fil-A has delicious breakfast options just for you. Whether it's the Chicken Minis, Egg White Grill, or the classic Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit served on a freshly baked buttermilk biscuit. Enjoy breakfast with Chick-fil-A served until 10:30.
Midland Hills Country Club is well known as one of the finest golf clubs in the Twin Cities. The club has completely renovated its classic Seth Rayner-designed course back to its original design. Enjoy a meticulously maintained course in a newly renovated ballroom and patio accommodating up to 300 guests in smaller breakout rooms, along with an executive boardroom overlooking the beautiful course. The club offers a great golf experience in a comfortable social atmosphere and is conveniently located just 10 minutes from either downtown. Visit MidlandHillsCC.org.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Ready for fourth quarter football here at Cal. The Golden Gophers trailing the Golden Bears 17-14, the fourth about to start. Let's give you scores from the Big Ten Conference today. Lots of games, of course, all non-conference. Michigan beats Central Michigan 63-3. Oregon wins at Northwestern 34-14. Nebraska put up 59. They beat Houston Christian 59-7. Wisconsin loses at 19th ranked Alabama 38-14. Maryland 44. Towson 17. Elsewhere in the Big Ten, number 2 Penn State 52, Villanova 6. Rutgers 50 better than Norfolk State, and Michael Vick 60-10. Michigan State 41, Youngstown State 24. Spartans over the Penguins. USC wins in West Lafayette over the Boilers 33-17 after a long weather delay. 9th ranked Illinois blanks Western Michigan 38-0. Illinois looking to part this year. They've got Indiana next week. Indiana won big today over Indiana State 73-zip. Ohio State beat Ohio 37-9. The top ranked Buckeyes win it. And Indiana, by the way, ranked 22nd. Iowa 47, UMass 7. Last night, New Mexico won at UCLA 35-10. And that is our scoreboard update right here and right now. 17-14. Cal the lead here on the Golden Gophers. Gears with the lone touchdown of the day. And we're about ready to start fourth quarter football. We're back home into Sunday morning, just beyond midnight. Daryl's getting the munchies. You want a candy? You want a candy bar? Are you hungry? I got a Baby Ruth.
I always want a Baby Ruth.
2nd and 4 here for the Gophers. Spinning Lindsey fires on the slant. Brockington at the 40, out to the 44-yard line, and that's a pickup of 16 on 2nd down. Polidor on the stop, and now for Drake Lindsey, he is up over 150 yards passing in this one. Down by 3, though, his team trying to march on 1st and 10.
Yeah, Lemecki's got to be getting close to 100 yards. He's doing an excellent job catching the ball out in space. A lot of one-on-ones with him so far today, and he's been winning those.
Ejiboy now the back of the backfield, all alone back there, under center Lindsey, a tight end each way, wide side to the left. Ashton Beers the center, waits and snaps to Lindsey. Handoff Ejiboy, hit right at the point of attack, and then does a nice job. He funneled forward for a yard, just over a yard. He got hit maybe a yard in the backfield as they're starting to key a little bit on this run. Ejiboy will come out, some wholesale subs, as the running back now will be Davis. Sidney was the nickelback. He came in and finally brought down Ejiboy. 2nd and 9. We're a minute into the fourth quarter, and Minnesota down 3.
Key a little bit. That looked like that time that the entire Cal defense knew they were going to run the ball. Did a nice job of filling all the gaps.
Gophers with a shift here with the 2 tight ends set wide, and now they come in set tight. And Lindsey waits for the snap, fires, caught. Brockington again, and he's near the first down. They give him progress out to the first down stick into Cal territory to the 47. Alawave and Polidor again on the coverage and the tackle, but the Gophers will move the sticks here.
Again, a nice catch, possession catch by Lemecki on that play. Doing a great job on this drive, actually, in the entire game.
He's now over 100 with that catch. 7 catches, 103 yards, and now we might be a review on this mark. It is pretty remarkable. I watch a lot of college football, and there's a lot of plays like that that are close, and they almost never get reviewed. But the Gophers now this year have had it twice on this season. Remember that weird one against Buffalo with Gears? And so they're going to review it to see if he got the line to gain. And we'll take a timeout. 17-14, 13-17 to play in this football game. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Anything can happen when you say I'm into a scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery. Besides cash prizes, some scratch games offer a second chance, so even non-winning tickets can win. Since this is probably music to your ears, we'll say it again, in a song. Besides cash prizes, some scratch games offer a second chance, so even non-winning tickets can win. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Today's game is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. This is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Justin Guard here for Affinity Plus. Adjusting to campus life? You're not alone. From mobile banking that lets you deposit checks from your dorm room to fee-free accounts that understand student budgets, Affinity Plus has your back. As one member said, they're banking experts that feel like neighbors. They're even right on campus to help you achieve your financial independence. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union is a proud partner of Gopher Athletics, insured by NCUA.
It's always a good time for snack time when you've got delicious Skippy peanut butter with you. So go to your Skippy place.
The replay review is in. It's sponsored by Planet Fitness. The officials are going to make a judgment, but you won't be judged at Planet Fitness. Home to the judgment-free zone. Go to planetfitness.com to learn how you can join the judgment-free zone. They do rule him short. They say a full yard. That's one of my pet peeves on it. It was probably a half yard, and so now instead of the first down, you got a full yard. That's what happened in that Buffalo game. Cam Davis in 3rd and 1. It's a right call. He did not make the line to gain, but there's a difference between half a yard and a yard.
Big difference.
And, we're in the 21st century. We can spot it at a half yard. It's not that hard. So it's a full yard. The handoff to Davis lowers his shoulder, and it looks like he moves the stack for the first down. Got about 2 to the 46, so move the sticks. And stop made by T.J. Bowlers.
Nice run by Davis right there. Sometimes in those short yardage situations, you want to kind of dance and wiggle, and he's a little bit of a guy who likes to maybe hesitate. Right there, he said, I ain't hesitating. I'm going to take what the offensive line gives me. I'm going to try to get another little half inch on my own and make sure I pick up this first down. This is a key drive right here with 12 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Gophers down 3, 17-14. They had a 14-10 lead, their only lead of the night. And then Cal responded with a long scoring drive. In motion is Bibber to throw Lindsey. Waits, fires, and the pass is broken up. Good defense. Boy, that Florida international transfer, Zeke Massis, has really had a night. He's got an interception already, and that was defended about as perfectly as you can defend a play in a 2nd and 10.
He is a defensive back, but that young man will be playing at the next level. He was right in the hip pocket of Lemecki, and Lemecki's done. Lemecki's won some battles with him as well, but Zeke Massis right there. That's one that they're going to make one more move on and try to take advantage of his aggressiveness and skill.
On 2nd and 10, handoff to Ejiboy, trying to get something, and the stack moves. Good job by Ejiboy just to keep those legs a funneling, and he got 5 out of what was not going to be 5, and it's 3rd and 5.
It looked like 1 that he turned into about 4 extra yardage, the yak yardage yards after contact, and Demi did a great job of it there.
Crowd here talking defense. Minnesota with 12 minutes to play, down by 3, needing a first down here. Out of field goal range probably here at the 41. Ejiboy, the running back, double tights, wide side to the left. The receiver that way, Tracy. Under center, Lindsey. Lindsey on a handoff to Ichiboy. Lowers a shoulder, breaks a tackle, first down. Took a hard hit, but got the first on a gain of 9. Boy, did he hit the hole hard and run with authority there. And Ichiboy having he's only played in 2 games, and this is by far his best game as a Golden Gopher.
Well, you got to like the way he sailed up in there. They call that coming up in there, expecting contact, but handling himself. And he did it very, very well there. Just sliced through that defense there.
Ichiboy now at 82 yards, averaging 5.5 yards on 15 carries. That's one of those plays, certainly on 3rd and 5, PJ probably said, look, Greg Harbaugh, you got 2 plays to get the 5 yards here. And if he got stuffed, everyone would have been like, oh, man, but they get the first. And so it's a good deal and a nice strategy. Here's Lindsey waiting, and he had to throw it away. Good decision. They were maybe looking for Smith on a little bit of a slant. It wasn't there. Gear's the closest man there, and you live another day without taking a sack. Second and 10.
I think that was a screen set up for Gears, and they snipped it out. It looked like that kind of post route was what he's looking for, but I think that he was just trying to run him out of there. But the defense did a tremendous job of sniffing out Gears on that screen, and what you're supposed to do on the screen isn't there. Right at the feet of the screen man, but their All-American linebacker sniffed it out.
Yeah, he sure did. Uluwave was right there. Second and 10. Ichiboy back in the backfield. They've gone with this double tights. Wide side again to the left. Pierce Walsh left. And Gears is right. EJ needs to get a timeout. Nope, they got the snap off just in time. Hand off to Ichiboy. Puts on one move at the point of attack and then works it to the 30. A gain of about 3. And it'll bring up 3rd and 7. Manitai is safety and Uluwave, the linebacker, on the stop. Minnesota's now fringe field goal range, down 3. 10:45 and counting here in this football game. 3rd and 7 here from the 30. You don't want to take a sack here, so how risky do you get with a redshirt freshman quarterback playing his first road game?
Well, I think you got to give him like one option. Either you throw that option or you throw the ball away.
Or would you call a run play here on 3rd and 7? Let's see what Greg Harbaugh has up his sleeve. Ichiboy, the running back. Rockington in motion. It is a handoff to Ichiboy, and he lost yards. They sniffed it out. Ferrelli, almost like he knew the play was coming, loss of 3, and they'll have to send the field goal unit on to try to attempt a long game-tying field goal. Brady Denneberg, this will be a career long 51 yards if he makes it. He did not hit anything this long at Syracuse. From 51 and the tie. Snap there, spot down, the kick is up, on the way, and it is no good. Wide to the right. And we have a timeout. Is your child ready to shine as Quick Trip's official kickoff kid? Imagine your child leading the charge at a Gopher football home game and kicking off the action in front of thousands of cheering fans. Simply download the Quick Rewards app, enter the fan zone, and sign up your child for a chance to win the experience of a lifetime. Only with Quick Trip. Timeout on the field, 9:38 to go. Cal gets the ball back after the missed field goal, leading by 3. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield. Gopher fans, experience the new Gopher Garden presented by Huntington Bank. Located outside the west end of the stadium, the fun begins 3 hours before every kickoff. Enjoy the pregame radio show, giveaways, the marching band, the Spirit Squad, and more.
Gopher fans know the power of a great team. M-Health Fairview University of Minnesota Medical Center is ranked the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities by U.S. News & World Report. This is more than an award. It's a reflection of our team of doctors, nurses, and staff who deliver world-class care so you can be at the top of your game. As the official healthcare provider of Gopher Athletics, M-Health Fairview is proud to serve people across the state.
At CHS, we know what it takes to feed and fuel the world, to integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, to advocate for farmers in their fields and around the world, to build communities, invest in rural America, and empower rural economies. It takes courage, conviction, commitment. It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
Whether
you're cleaning up to host a backyard game day party or just powering through your fall projects, you can count on the performance of Steel. From blowers to chainsaws, Steel tools are built to go the distance. With legendary quality and real dealer support, you'll find the right tool and the right team for every job. Steel. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com.
10 miles an hour over the speed limit. 15 over. 20 over. It just might put you 6 feet under.
A message from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety.
Welcome back to Gopher Football on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield.
In a hurry, don't worry. Cub delivers. Get fresh meat, produce, everyday essentials, and more delivered to your door. Cub, proud to support Gopher Athletics for over 20 years. Welcome back to Cal. The homestanding Golden Bears leading Minnesota 17-14. Gophers just missed a field goal. And will now try to get a stop and get the football back. Elsewhere tonight, Gopher Volleyball, well, back home, it's last night, but the Gopher Volleyball team beat Dayton in straight sets, 3-0 in the Diet Coke Classic. The Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Twins 5-2, and the Minnesota United beat San Diego 3-1. The Tommies knocked off Northern Michigan today 20-7. Northern Michigan, that's our guy Lou Close's place, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Think so? He played football.
Lou was a banging safety.
Here's a handoff to Raphael. You got to figure Cal now trying to work some time. Make that C.J. Johnson, I beg your pardon. L.J. Johnson, we'll get it right. Third time's a charm. A gain of a couple. And it'll be second down at 8. Clock winding, under 10 to play. In fact, down to 9:20 now. And the quarterback quickly up, Songa Politele, with a 5-receiver set and an empty backfield. Waits, fires, wings it. It is caught, and a good job there by Devin Williams. Now the Gopher sideline saying it should be incomplete, and now the back judge or the side judge comes in and does say it is incomplete. That was Plummer, who had that 51-yard catch in the first half. Good job by Williams to poke it away, and that brings up, first it stops the clock, second it brings up now a 3rd down and 7.
Well, that's just never good up on a play, and Devin Williams, he's just evolved as a player, just on and off the field. He finishes that play for huge stopping the clock and stripping that ball to really take a few more yards away.
Johnson stays in the backfield. 4 of 9 is Cal on 3rd down. DeJesus comes in motion, now slotted to the right with 2 others. Back to throw. Blitz comes. He has to wing it, and it is incomplete. Oh, and a flag flies. Bingo McMillan, the nickel, the intended target, Grizel. And this will be interference and an automatic first down.
Pass interference. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So they sped him up, DT, and he made not a great throw, but the interference is going to wave off all the good work they did.
I think they sped him up, but also just he actually threw a pretty good ball there. That was his goal, to throw that ball up where his receiver had an opportunity. He's accurate thrower. Throw it where his receiver would have an opportunity to catch it and have to come through the defender to get there, and that is what caused the pass interference call.
So the spot of the ball now at midfield. That's a killer right there. I don't think he would have caught it if he just played it straight up. The ball was too high. I think it was borderline uncatchable. I don't think they should have called it uncatchable, but I don't think he was going to catch it just watching the replay. Here's Johnson on the left side, a sliver of space. Anthony Smith and others, Devin Williams and Devin Eastern, a gain of 2 to the 48 of Minnesota, bring up 2nd down and 8. 17-14, Minnesota trailing here in a really crossroads non-conference game for both these teams. We mentioned Cal's relatively friendly schedule the rest of the way. This might be their best test until they hit SMU late. And now there's some motion. I think the left tackle maybe jumped. We got Frederick Williams now playing left tackle. That's the 3rd guy they've run through there.
Ball start. Offense. Number 77. 5-yard penalty.
Brandon Miller, I beg your pardon. He is over there. And he's playing left guard. He had been the starter at tackle, so they moved Frederick Williams to the left tackle spot. And Brandon Miller to the left guard spot. So a loss of 5, stays 2nd down, but now 2nd and about 13. Songa Politele hits the snap. Blitz comes again, fires it. Oh, and it's almost intercepted. Parrish was inches from a potential pick six, and then the ball, it was tipped maybe at the defensive end spot. If that's on target, Parrish has a walk-in 6 from 50, DT.
Well, that's exactly what we needed. And you got to start jumping some of those routes. And you put that heat on them, you got to know what the blitz adjusts are. And it looked like Hoy knew what the blitz adjust was on that play. Unfortunately, not a very good pass. He didn't get an opportunity to take it.
It got tipped. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. If it's on target, it's 6 points. The Gophers, 3rd and 13 now. Key play. Gophers don't blitz this time. Rolling, passing underneath and behind the intended target. That is the running back Johnson, low and wide, and it's incomplete, and it's 4th down, and the Gophers have forced a punt here. So good job by the defense after the interference call to bow their neck and make a couple of good defensive plays, and it is Parrish now deep to return. He did not return the last punt. That was Logan Loya, and Parrish stands at around his 15 or so yard line. In fact, they're going to back him up even more than that.
Two things, Mike, we're pointing out on that play. Great job by the defense, the secondary, but also a great job by Anthony Smith. Outside leverage, not allowing Songa Politele to get on the outside to throw that ball like he had been earlier in the game.
Here's a bit of a poor kick. It's short, bouncing, and oh no, Parrish tried to pick it up and he lost it, and it's scooped up. It's not a score, but it will be cow ball inside the 10. It bounced and then rolled, and Parrish tried to pick it up and couldn't, and it was scooped up or fallen on by one of the Cal defensive special teams guys. That was Aiden Manitai, their safety, out of Hawaii, a freshman, and he fell on the ball at the 8-yard line, and that is a game changer if the Gophers give up a TD here. You got to hold into a field goal because then a touchdown can still beat you.
Yeah, tough play. Corey's just trying to make a play there. Unfortunately, that bounced off his foot right back to the defender.
Well, you know, it's weird because Parrish is literally a tip ball away from a touchdown and the hero and player of the week honors. And now here's a rollout. The quarterback is hit and dragged down there. Good job by Williams not to really wrestle him down and body slam him. And it's out of bounds at the 6, a gain of a couple. But that's the difference, the margin. He's literally a tipped ball away from hero, player of the week, all these honors, to now risking being the guy that people will stare at as a big mistake late, 2 plays later. Raphael, the back in the backfield. He's got the handoff, tries a cutback, breaks 1 tackle, and then Williams keeps him out of the end zone at the 2. Boy, Williams has had another nice game. He is really coming through on his senior year. That's his 5th tackle tonight. And now this is really big for Minnesota. They got to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd and goal from the 2. A touchdown here makes it a 10-point game. A field goal, if they hold him, would mean Minnesota can still win with a touchdown. Late subs here for the Gophers, but they're going to give them time to make the sub. And they bring in the jumbo package. Under center now, the freshman. The running back is Raphael. Spinning, play action, rolling left. Oh, and this is an easy touchdown. That is caught over there by Jordan King, his first touchdown. Gophers sold out to stop the run, and it was an easy pitch and catch. And it's 23-14. Cal the lead, and an extra point pending. And that is a backbreaker.
That certainly is a backbreaker. Songa Politele could have run that or passed that into the end zone. We definitely sold out to try to stop the run on that play because they have had some success running the ball. Allowed Songa Politele to break contain on that play. Then he finds his receiver wide open at the end of that play. Jordan King, his first touchdown of the day.
Yeah, and first touchdown of the year. And the extra point is up and good. And it's a 3-play, 8-yard drive. Jordan King on a 2-yard touchdown from Songa Politele. And we have a timeout on the field. 6:55 to go. Gophers now down 10. And some heavy lifting upcoming. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Football from Learfield.
A happier way to healthcare starts with Coop Health, a proud sponsor of Gopher Football. Coop is a health plan with no deductibles or complicated paperwork. Members can easily search for high-quality, low-cost providers and look up the price of medical services ahead of time. Members also receive 1 monthly statement with flexible payment options. Ready to switch gears? Visit coophealth.com for more information on how you can take control of your healthcare journey.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Sky Yuma. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at TicketKingOnline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
Marston has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area and is seeking motivated team members to join our crew. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, we want you. Earn over $18 an hour working a full-time cleaning route in your neighborhood. We have opportunities throughout the metro area. Marston offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. If you want a great job with great pay, join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting marston.com or calling 651-641-1717 today.
Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top collegiate athletic program for the upcoming year? We'll check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at directorscup.com. Winners announced in June 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. Welcome back. Bit of a backbreaker. Gophers now down 10, 24-14, 6:55 left in this football game. Parrish with the ill-advised trying to scoop the ball. You know, it was interesting. We had commented a little bit, DT. He initially was standing at the 15-yard line, and then I mentioned, well, they're moving him back a little more. And then the punt lands at about the 15. If they had just kept him there, he catches it in midair, it bounces, it rolls, he decides to scoop. His eyes come up just a tick early, and the next thing you know, it's a touchdown for them 2 plays later. And now you're down 10. And that was just a couple of plays after Parrish was a whisker from having a pick six and being the hero of the night, putting the Minnesota Golden Gophers on his back and winning the game possibly. Here's a low kick, and Parrish lets it go over his head about 4 deep, and you can tell he's frustrated with how that previous play went because he just kind of put his head down and shoulders slumped a little to the sideline. So now it's go time here for the Gopher offense, probably 4 down territory from here on out, trying to score twice and then hold them to try to win this game.
Yeah, it's definitely 4 down territory with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the game. So got to be aggressive, got to push the ball downfield, and also got to hope that defense can hold up well as well, because it's not done an easy job with Sandro Putelli for the most part. You know, when I came in the game for a while, we knocked him down, but now he's up near that 70% completion ratio again.
Boy with 85 yards, but he's not in the game right now. Lindsey to throw, wants to go deep down the right side, and it is caught by Tracy right in front of Massis. That was a 50-50 ball, and he makes a great catch at midfield and is angled out of bounds right there. 25 yards on first down, and that's one way to get the drive started.
Well, 25 yards on a first down and a big chunk yardage here. It's exactly what you need to pick up on first down.
Gophers will stay with Davis. Davis may be a little better in pass protection if now you're going to have to hurry it up with a lot of passing here. He's the one back in there. Empty backfield other than him. Under center, Lindsey. And it's a play action. Plenty of time for Lindsey. Pumps, now throws it out to Davis. Stutter step move, and he got necktied up high. Gopher coaches wanted a face mask. The helmet came off. That was McCullough. And a gain of about 2 to the 48-yard line. No flag on the play.
Kind of would like for him to get out of bounds there to stop the clock.
6 minutes and counting. Would have saved a few seconds. Once the ball's in play, that clock now starts until 2 minutes. But you're right, it would have saved a few seconds to get out. Here's a quick pass again to Tracy. Boy, and he got an arm under the chin as the ball was in the air. PJ yelling at the head linesman. Massis got his arm up under the chin as the ball was in the air. No call on that. On an incomplete, and now it's 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, that's one a few times Drake was a little bit inaccurate. That ball was kind of high and on the inside, gave Zeke Masses a little bit more of an opportunity. Maybe that's why the referee didn't see fit to call the pass interference on that play.
And his hand was actually up inside the face mask on the replay. 3rd down and 8. 2 receivers wide left, including Loya and Tracy. In motion, Brockington. Tight end wide to the right. Lindsey with 3 to snap, back to pass. On 3rd down, pressure comes, hit, breaks out of that, and then had to throw it over the middle low. And now you got to go for it here, down 10 with a 4th and 8 upcoming. Pressure coming from T.J. Bush. And there is an injured Cal Bear on the play. They'll stop the clock for that. But I think you got to go for it, right? DT down 10 here?
Yeah, I think that we do have to go for it. With 5 minutes and 46 seconds to go, it's probably for sure 4 down territory.
4th and 8, because if you give the ball up, you might get it back with 3 minutes, but you're down 10. McCullough's the injured party on the play. If you're on the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country, then download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite team. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. McCullough up and walking off under his own power. And they will, let's see what the Gophers do here. They had the huddle on the sideline. It looks like the offense, indeed, as we thought, will stay out on the field on 4th and 8. This year, the Gophers on 4th down are 2 for 4. The running back is Davis. Lindsey is 16 of 28, 189, a touchdown and an interception. Brockington has been the go-to man with 103 yards in motion. Lindsey to throw. Plenty of time. Whistles it over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Intended for Tracy. Gophers were begging for a flag. Lindsey, I don't know what he saw back there. The throw sailed high, and it was Tristan Dunn, the closest man there, and they'll turn it over on downs near midfield.
Yeah, it looked like he might have got just kind of caught in between receivers right there, and then the ball just sailed on him, unfortunately, but would have been easier to try to check that ball down and throw from Mickey Brockington underneath. I think he would be able to pick up the first down and get out of bounds.
Crosby was the coverage man. There was, I know what Lindsey saw, but that's just not going to be an interference call. Tracy was kind of getting ridden over the middle, but you can allow a little contact before you throw the football. So it's 1st and 10 from their own 48, and they can try to salt the game away here. And the handoff comes to Raphael, and he puts on a nice move and gets into Minnesota territory to about the 47-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Cal Bears. Leading by 10 here. They were a 2.5-point underdog in this game. And Minnesota, each team now over 300 yards. 310 for Cal, 305 for Minnesota. Cal, of course, got a touchdown after a muffed punt by Parrish inside the 10-yard line.
And running really hasn't been what Cal's been successful at this afternoon. Really, they've had their success with the arm of Sandra Pelutelli doing a very, very nice job all night tonight.
That 279 passing yards. Here's the handoff again to Raphael. Lowers the shoulder and works his way just short of the first down, 3rd and 2. PJ could use a timeout here, but he's going to let the time wind and hope that they hold him here. Nate Becker was the first Gopher there, 24-14. Golden Bears leading the Golden Gophers here. In comes Darius Taylor on 3rd and 2. And certainly they'll let the time continue to wind here. 18 seconds to snap, 4:25 to play in the game. Minnie, the tight end, is slotted to the left, not tight, but in that slot area with 2 more receivers. Empty backfield now. And it's going to be a straight quarterback keep, and it's a first down for the quarterback, Sanga Pelutelli. Baranowski brings him down at the 40. It's a gain of 4. And now PJ will have to start using timeouts after this first down play, down 10. Got to get the stop here.
And with the pressure he puts on you, got that 4-wide situation, got all those, that nickel package, actually the dollar package, almost all defensive backs in the game, really opens things up underneath for the quarterback Keith Bill to pick up that first down.
They'll let the clock there still kind of muddle huddled at the line of scrimmage, and now they'll set into formation with 10 on the play clock. 3:40 now and counting. And there's no way they pass here, so as soon as the play's over, the Gophers will have to take their first timeout. They run blitz, and Parrish had a hand on him, couldn't get him, but everybody else catches up. No gain to the 40, and there's the timeout with 3:28 to go. Raphael, the ball carrier, Rashawn Lawrence eventually credited with the tackle. So timeout here, number 1, followed by a couple more. The danger, too, now, GT, is they're getting into close to where they could maybe bang another long field goal. Right now, let's give you the events calendar brought to you by M Health Fairview, home to the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities and 2 others in the top 10. That according to U.S. News and World Report. For top-tier care, visit mhealthfairview.org. Gopher Volleyball wraps up the Diet Coke Classic. I guess later today, technically back home. Gopher Softball hosting the alumni game. That is also later today. And Gopher Soccer hosts Rutgers this coming Thursday night in a Big Ten matchup. That is our events calendar. You can listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. So, the Gophers needing a stop, needing the ball, needing 2 scores of some kind. One has to be a touchdown. Down by 10. 2nd and 10. Songa Politele with Raphael next to him. It's the snap, hands it to Raphael. Nice sliver of space, and he works inside the 30 for a first down. Puts him in field goal range. Not that now they kick it. That just is getting close. There is the 2-minute timeout coming up. Aiden Gooseby now with the stop, and PJ uses his 2nd timeout. So they'll have 1 more timeout plus the 2-minute warning, and things are getting pretty grave here, DT, if you want to win this game.
Very, and Kendrick Raphael there, able to pick his way through there. Looked like there wasn't very much there, and we've done a really good job with our run defense so far today, but Raphael there able to pick his way through there for about 12 yards, pick up the first down that most likely starts to salt this game away. I'm going to throw it to Justin here on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about what the head coach is going to say post-game here if they don't pull off a miracle. Doesn't it feel like one of those 78% games that he always talks about, Grimmer? Like, the missed tackles on the 1 touchdown, obviously the turnovers, the near turnovers that didn't go our way, and then the penalties, too. Just a kind of inopportune time. Just kind of a frustrating one. They were up 14-10, if memory serves.
It was, yeah, it's 14 straight.
Coming out of halftime.
The muff punt, obviously, an interception, and then, near misses as well. Every team has a near misses. Obviously, it's not just a Minnesota thing, but, the near misses and the margin of error is there. Here's a handoff to Raphael, and he's got another first down, and that probably does it. PJ will have to take another timeout here, his last timeout, with 3:09 to go. They've got 3 snaps of the football plus the 2-minute warning, and the win percentage is dwindling with every big gain here.
3rd charge timeout, Minnesota.
The one thing potentially, too, they could kick the field goal eventually here, and then you'd force Minnesota to score 2 touchdowns in one way, shape, or form, as opposed to a field goal and a touchdown, potentially sending it to an overtime. But at this point, the one thing we can talk about briefly is it's a bye week, so the Gophers will have to sit in this one for a full 2 weeks, waiting for Rutgers to arrive. Rutgers put 60 on the board today against a lesser opponent, and that will be an interesting game. That is always an interesting game because all the Rutgers ties with Greg Schiano, PJ's mentor for a time when he was an assistant at Rutgers and at Tampa Bay with the Buccaneers. And then you've got the coaches that have gone back and forth between the programs. Rob Smith, now their defensive coordinator again. And of course the quarterback, Ethan Kaliakmanis, who threw for over 300 today. So that's in 2 weeks, and you got to sit in this one for the moment. 3:09 to play. Double tights to the right, handoff to Raphael, and he is stood up at about the 15-yard line, a gain of 1. And the clock will continue to wind. They'll have to do 1 more snap before the 2-minute warning. Gophers, Anthony Smith, I think, was in the mix there on that tackle, along with Devin Williams, who's had a nice night. Stick around for the postgame. We'll make it somewhat quick since we're approaching 1 a.m. back home. We'll hear from PJ. We'll get the scores from around the Big Ten, a couple of highlights, and then head home on the flight.
Yes, we will.
Songa Politele waits, 2:25 and counting. And And the handoff to Raphael, and Rashawn Lawrence anticipating that. Gets the stop, a loss of 2, and that will bring us to our 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to play in this one. The Gophers down by 10. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Cal when we come back. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield. In Gopher country, you don't accept the status quo. You demand more. More action. More glory. More, period. That's why you belong in a Kloss. If you're made for more, Kloss equipment was made for you. From combines and forage harvesters to tractors and hay tools, Kloss machines deliver more efficiency, more performance, and more confidence, helping you score big every season. Visit Kloss.com. That's CLAAS.com to learn more.
No big deal, but you've been earning Kohl's Cash for 20 years. That's 2 decades of checkout wins. To celebrate, enter our month-long sweepstakes for a chance to win $200 in Kohl's Cash. Plus, save on fall faves during the Customer Appreciation event now. Yep, 2 decades of Kohl's Cash is a big deal. Shop Kohl's and brag accordingly. Coupon ends September 21st. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit 1 prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohls.com for official rules and details.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Golden Gopher athletes need optimum nutrition to be at their best. Did you know that a grass-fed Thousand Hills Lifetime Graze burger has 3 times the omega-3s than a conventionally raised burger? The Thousand Hills burger is also higher in important phytonutrients known for their anti-inflammatory, anti-carcinogenic, antioxidant, and neuroprotective effects. That's why Thousand Hills Lifetime Graze grass-fed beef is essential protein for all Golden Gopher athletes. Thousand Hills, the elite meat for the athlete in you. Find at your local food co-op or ask your grocer.
Golden Gopher football support comes from Flint Hills Resources Pine Bend Refinery in Rosemount, celebrating 70 years of producing fuels that help move us forward. Flint Hills Resources are proud of the company they keep, including many community partners that help make Minnesota a better place to live and learn. Partnerships like the Minnesota Zoo now span 30 years and is highlighted today by the Zoom's STEM Design Challenge. Learn more at pinebendrefinery.com.
Welcome back. We're at Cal, and the California Golden Bears have a lead on the Minnesota Golden Gophers, 24-14. 2-minute warning. 3rd and 11 from the 16, make it the 17-yard line. So there's no way they throw the ball here. They're going to hand it off. The Gophers, if they hold them, Cal then will have a decision to make. It would run it down to about 120-ish. Do you kick the field goal to go up 10, or do you go for it, run some time, and then hand the ball back to the Gophers with, under a minute to go and a 10-point lead? I don't think you're hoping for all those things to happen, and really you're hoping for like some type of break or a mistake or muffed handoff or strip during the ball carry. So those are the type of things. Otherwise, it's mathematically extremely difficult to win in this situation. We need some type of break to go our way. We just haven't quite had that. Like we talked about in our keys of the game, not a special teams break and not a defensive takeaway. No takeaways, right? And then you've given it away twice, one on special teams and one on a straight INT. Gophers with 305 yards, Cal with 345. Good news is I did think the Gopher defense played better in the second half. They had the short field. Outside of that, they really just give up, a couple of other touchdowns, and that was it. They had 10 at half, 2 touchdowns in the second half, 1 legit and 1 the short field. 2 minutes to go. Raphael the back in the backfield, and he's got the handoff, and he is swarmed, and Lawrence again showing some athleticism, and he loses 3 back to the 20, and again this will push him, as we said, down to about 120-ish, maybe a little under 120 because you have the time that the play took. And then Justin Wilcox, got to figure, if you kick the field goal you risk a return, but you're only going to run another 7-8 seconds at best off of the clock if you go for it here. But what does happen is a field goal here makes Minnesota score 2 touchdowns, not a touchdown and a field goal. So
it makes it just really, really difficult mathematically. It's something we haven't done a lot. We haven't moved the ball that successfully against their defense either. So it would probably make the most sense for them to do that, run the clock, and put their defense out there.
I mean, the chances are slim and none, and Slim just headed to San Francisco. I'm sure he's looking for a good time there. 4th and 15, they take the timeout, not the penalty here, does Cal. And it looks like they will have their specialty unit ready to go. So Chase Meyer will be on to kick. They've been kind of alternating. It was Murray right before half who hit the field goal. That was his second of the year. Meyer has 1 field goal. He's been their extra point kicker, and this will be a 38-yard attempt. Now, a block and a return would make it awfully interesting, so the Gophers have to sell out for that. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And that makes it a 27-14 game. 1:10 to play. So the Gophers, now you know what you need. You got to get the ball, score a touchdown, get an onside kick, score a touchdown, and walk out of here with a 28-27 win.
That's all you got to do.
With a minute 10 to go, 70 seconds.
Yeah, no question that it's mathematically very, very challenging in a game that we have many, many opportunities, and we'll look back at this and be a little bit frustrated as the season goes on.
We mentioned Cal's favorable schedule, and I mentioned, in my opinion, just looking at it, this game might be their toughest game until they close the year against SMU, who's currently not ranked, but they were a playoff team last year and certainly think they have a shot this year. The ranked teams, though, in the ACC, Clemson started the year ranked 4th. They're 12th. They lost today. They're likely out of the rankings. Florida State, 10th. Notre Dame lost tonight at home to Texas A&M. They were ranked 8th. Georgia Tech's going to move into the rankings. Miami of Florida's ranked 5th. None of those are on the schedule. And I use Notre Dame because they're that auxiliary member. They have to play 5 ACC teams. So they could have been against Cal. They weren't given Cal. So they play none of those teams. They've got Virginia Tech, and some others obviously out of that league. Here's a squib kick trying to keep it out of the hands of Parrish, and it is scooped up there by the captain, and he works across the 35 to about the 37. So you know the assignment, but it's a very hard assignment. You got to try to score twice here and sandwich those scores between a successful onside kick, which those percentages are pretty low as well. Louisville also is on the schedule. They honestly could be undefeated going into Louisville. They got San Diego State next week on the schedule. Boston College on the road, that's not a no-brainer. They've been good. They've excelled. They're playing down the road here. They flew all the way across the country to play Stanford down in Palo Alto, south of here. 1st and 10 Gophers. Lindsey to throw. Waits, throws underneath, caught by Davis. Davis works his way out of bounds after a gain of about 3 to the 38-yard line. Got to get some chunk plays here as well, but that will soften the D maybe a little. And it's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, with that prevent defense that Cal's in right now, it makes it pretty difficult to get downfield. They've got people lined up almost 25-yard deeps, two safeties and their linebacker from me, so they're going to force you to throw the ball underneath.
3 receivers wide to the right, 1 left. And Lindsey on a 3-man, 4-man rush. Gophers got away with the hold. No, they didn't. Flight came out. The intended target was Loya. No catch, incomplete. There was a clear hold right up the middle on that 4-man rush. And let's see, they're going to move him back. And boy, that sideline is happy. Brian Harzan, amongst others. They have co-defensive coordinators. Terrence Brown, one of those guys.
Holding. Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
That's Greg Johnson, the junior from Prior Lake. Time for an affiliate salute presented by Minnesota Corn. Proud to create opportunities for family farmers while enhancing the quality of life for rural communities in all Minnesotans. Learn more at mncorn.org. 10 seconds on the Gophers Sports Network. was a crossing pass caught by Brockington. He was tackled inbounds at about the 32. Flags come down behind the play. Nathan Roy was involved in something. There were 2 Cal players around. Were they taunting potentially? Is that what we think it might be?
I think it's a hold.
McCullough and Bush. Brockington couldn't quite get out of bounds. He was brought down back there in the secondary after a gain of just a few. 45 seconds to play in the contest. And now we're still some jabbering down there. Now the refs have to come in and separate. McCullough talking with somebody, and Roy's going to be taken from the game by PJ just to get him out of there. Kelly Tafai will come in and play left tackle. Here's a
personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 50. 15-yard penalty. It's going to be third down. That penalty includes a 10-second subtraction. Please reset the game clock for 35 seconds. We'll start on my signal.
So 27-14, and it's back inside the 20. Boy, at this point, you just almost want to take your, swallow your pride, take the knee, make sure nobody's injured on this meaningless last play of the game here. They have to move it back. They didn't mark it right. They'll move it back, and now they're ready to go here. Everybody's in place. They're waiting for the officials after all of that. Now the ref says to the center judge, get out of the way, and this will be our final play of the game. Lindsay to throw. Quick hitting pass to Loya on the far side, and he does get out of bounds, so there will be more football yet to be played here tonight in Berkeley. Our night is not finished just yet, and it'll be a 3rd and long from the 28-yard line. 27-14. Cal will go to 3-0, and next week we mentioned they're at San Diego State. They've got another 9:30 kickoff. Of course, here locally it's 7:30 in California. Gophers a bye week, then Rutgers coming to town the following week for the final game of September. This time it is just a straight handoff to Davis. He's got a nice seam across the 40. He'll pad some stats, and that will be it. Well, why do they stop the clock here? It's not a first down. Out across the 40 to the 41. They have stopped the clock for no reason, apparently. Players are going to shake hands. The clock is still stopped. And the Gopher coaches are running across to shake hands. The clock is still stopped.
Maybe it's a change of position.
Oh, it's 4th down. Okay. Pay attention, radio guy. That's it. Easy enough. And it'll be one kneel down. And that'll be it. Now the coaches are running across. I don't think BJ Fleck is going to be real thrilled here in the post-game interview. He'll certainly congratulate Justin Wilcox, whose team was really good tonight. They have a nice hug and a slap on the back, and that was that. Cal tonight, DT, for the most part, was just a better team in this one tonight.
Better team, and probably I would just say they executed better. I mean, I think we had plenty of opportunities defensively when we settled down the second half, contained the quarterback in the backfield, played solid on the back end, and executed offensively. But it was a self-inflicted wound to me, Mike, that really cost us the game.
Yeah, there were a few mistakes. We'll have the post-game show straight ahead. We invite you to stick around. We'll hear from the head coach, PJ Fleck, and have scores and more. Just past 1 o'clock back home, this is Golden Gopher football from Learfield.
Gopher Football has been brought to you by Marsden, proud business partner of Gopher Athletics, and by M Health Fairview. M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital was once again recognized as the top hospital for children in the Twin Cities. Visit mhealthfairviewpeds.org to learn more about our comprehensive compassionate care for kids. Coming up next, the Gopher Postgame Show, presented by Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Gophers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pre-game routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Gopher Pride, powered locally.
Hey, honey, the battery light on my dash lit up. I think I'll take it to a shop today.
Really? I can take care of that.
Are you sure?
Of course. Okay, got my battery. Let's just drop it in and...
Are you okay out there?
I think so.
Should my car be smoking like that?
Some things are better left to the professional. When you need your vehicle fixed, trust your local repair facility. And when you need a battery, trust FVP. Visit FVPparts.com for an installer near you.
Know what happy is? Veggies. Crunchy, crispy, colorful, seasonal, aromatic, juicy veggies. Produce that is fresh.